For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
It's no secret the real estate market can be a little tricky to figure out. In the Oklahoma City area, you need the experts at the Erhardt Group to guide you. We're one of the top-rated real estate teams in all of Oklahoma. We can help you buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And we've got a dedicated farm and ranch division too. The Erhardt Group for all your Oklahoma real estate needs, and proud to be a sponsor of the Simtrax Racing broadcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Simtrax Broadcasting coming to you live, of course, with the Racing Revolution League Wednesday night. This is it. The championship 4 race here at Pheonix tonight. This 1 mile track is definitely about to bring a whole lot of sporty attitude out of some of these drivers out here, but only it matters for mostly 4. Right now, we are looking at 4 drivers at least. Nick Alves, Caleb Gilbert, Robert Roeder, and Trevor Erhardt. Definitely not in that order in favoritism to win here, Stella. Talk to me a little bit about that and kind of what the drivers are saying out there.
Well, they've got odds on last year's winner, probably coming in again. But I'll tell you, after last week's race, you never know. Nick Alves may come in clutch.
Yeah, definitely. Last season's winner was Robert Roeder in that 53 Chapman Environmental Services, who is sponsoring the race here tonight for the Chapman Championship race here tonight. And let's go ahead and try to switch on over to one of our running guys here in the end, and let's see if we can grab a hold of him, Nick Alves, here in the show. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of Nick. Nick, you got a copy?
I got you.
Wow, what a race it's going to be here tonight. How is the track holding up for you?
I mean, so far it's all right. I mean, this track, especially in the new, I would say, 1 and 2, it can be very loose. The good thing about 1 and 2 is you can either, there's 2 lanes there really, so you can either be down low or up high, and then the dog leg right over here, it's treacherous in these cars. I mean, if you hit it barely going down, I mean, this thing bottoms out and just wants to turn on you. So you're going to see a lot of guys maybe early on, especially if we're packed up, go down there, try to get a few spots, but everyone, once this thing gets spread out, you aren't going to see anyone really go down there as much.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, you don't seem as confident as you were last week, man. Definitely, I figured you'd still be riding that high from the last week's win, man, at Darlington.
I mean, yeah, definitely we're coming here with the most momentum out of the other 3 guys. The other thing is that, I mean, the other 3 guys are phenomenal. They're great drivers, especially Rob and Trevor. They love Pheonix here. We were practicing earlier the week all together, and it was the Rob and Trevor show, and me and Caleb were trying to play a little bit of catch up, but no, it's definitely going to be tough today. The track is really hot too, and I mean, it's going to play into strategy. Tires are going to be a main thing here too. You got to try to save your stuff, and Trevor and Rob are really good at it. Caleb's really good on the log run at a lot of places, so I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those 3 up front leading a bunch of laps here. And I'm just gonna try to do everything I can just to try to stay up there and battle with them.
Yeah, the key is some of these guys are leading some laps. We saw last week, Trevor and Grant were doing awesome. I mean, and you come out with the win at Kentucky. The lead was taken away by Caleb Gilbert, and no one is like, where did he come from? And there he was, boom, wins that race. And it's interesting to see how these guys are filing back in and where you fall in this place. Right now, I would say, Nick, you would be the biggest upset out here to overturn the Racing Revolution League coming away with a win here. I definitely, I'm hoping to see you up there, man, if not winning this one. But good luck to you tonight, and we'll catch back up with you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, any of those 3 guys that win it, or if it's me, we're all great guys, and really couldn't ask for any better guys to be here battling for the championship for. So if any of us win, it'll be great.
Well, that's what they always say is we're all friends at the end, right? Yeah, except tonight, buddy. Except tonight. Nick Alves, give me a shout-out here while I got you here. Talk to me a little bit about Coastal Financial.
Really quick. If I can't actually speak to you at the end of the race, big shout-out to Coastal Financial, my main sponsor. Hopefully they'll be seeing a lot on the broadcast tonight, being up front, leading this thing. Hopefully be leading this at the end of the race. So actually technically don't have to win it tonight, but just be in front of those other 3 guys. Big shout out to you guys, Simtrax. You guys do a great job. Thanks again also for the season. Can't wait to see you guys next season in season 3. Big shout out to Chapman Environmental Services, our main sponsor. They're also coming back for season 3 for our main sponsors. So that'll be great. Buck Kicker and also Ultimate Cider and Guttering. And a big shout out to Team 4-Star Industries. It's gonna be our last race together with me, Rob, Caleb, and Kevin. It's been a fun ride. It's been the best season so far racing with those guys, and we're going to try to go out here one last hurrah with one of us winning this thing.
All right. Congratulations, Nick, on making the Final Four, and let's see how you hold up tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for Nick Alves here, and let's see how he does. Moving to Robert Roeder. Let's go ahead and talk to Rob here. Rob, you got a copy?
I got you, Patrick. What's up?
All right, man. Well, out in the grapevine, you're the favorite to win here tonight. How's the track holding up for you out there?
Good enough. It's a long race. I know it's 156 laps, and it doesn't seem that long. We've had longer races, but we're probably gonna have some cautions tonight. We're gonna have a lot of cars here tonight, and I know that everybody's put a lot of practice in for this race tonight, so I'm expecting some really good competition. Hopefully we just keep everything clean, be there at the end, have a shot at it. That's all I can really ask, and hopefully one of the 4-Star Industries cars ends up with the championship. That's the plan. Obviously I'd like for it to be me, but if it can't be, then I am happy with Caleb or Nick winning it tonight. So the track feels okay, man. We'll see what happens. You never know. I mean, one little thing can take you out of this, so that's just the format.
Well, speaking of little things taking it out of it, I am fairly certain I see a cat in your lap, and you swore up and down this would not be the race for any cat intrusion.
Yeah, he's getting ready to go to the bedroom about the time we're done with this interview, and then he can come back out when it's over. That's how we'll handle it.
Definitely interesting to see. You ended up winning season 1. I mean, it was almost a landslide. You owned it pretty well there, but it's how much pressure's on you this time coming with season 2? We've doubled up the amount of races. I mean, we're not even talking about season 3 yet, but we've doubled up the amount of races for season 2, and now here you are back in the driver's seat again, right in the hot seat for a win for the championship. I mean, what's the pressure like in this situation?
There's a lot, honestly. I mean, season 1 was awesome, but we had a smaller field. And we had, a 10-race schedule without any playoffs. I also was really fortunate to get off to a really killer start in season 1. I won the first 5 races of that season and then didn't win any of the other races. So I built a big lead, and then, by the time we got to the end, it was pretty safe. There wasn't a whole lot of pressure at the end of that season. So, you compare that to this season where we've brought a lot of really talented people into this league and a lot of really good guys, and the competition has definitely stepped up from where it was for season 1. And we also have a cat on the computer, but we also have the elimination playoff format where it all comes down to one race with 4 guys. I mean, pressure doesn't get much more than that, so looking forward to it, but it's definitely there.
Yeah, well, when you definitely put the idea out there, you could place 5th tonight and lose. I mean, this is going to be pretty tight here.
And you can play 2nd tonight and lose.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's tough. I know we had that Rookie of the Year battle going on with Burns and Berube, which is pretty cool. So they got to worry about points, but the rest of us tonight, you know, those 4 championship guys, points don't matter tonight. It's all about whoever finishes the highest, and there are a lot of things that can go wrong, and a lot of things that can go right. So, you know, a caution at the right time or at the wrong time can change your race. There's a little bit of luck involved, there's a bit of skill involved, and teamwork involved. And fortunately, we have 3 teammates in the Final 4 today, so hopefully we can work together and ensure at least one of us comes out of here with the trophy. That would be preferable. The trophy and the butt kicker. That's the goal.
Oh yeah, well,
you got to get off my computer. Come on, get on out of here.
I have warned Nick Alves that even though you guys might be teammates, I don't know 100% if this is the race to, you know, in those final 5 to 10. That you're still my teammate. You know, it's going to be everybody going for that line, man. There's not really going to be anything held back.
Yeah, I mean, so tonight teammates are a little different, right? I mean, we've worked great as a team all season long, everybody on the team. And that's why we have 3 guys in this position. So, super proud of that. But, you know, going into tonight, if we have a choice between our teammates and Trevor, we're going to pick our teammates tonight, right? If it's a choice between me or my teammate, it's going to be me, right? So, I mean, that's
fair warning,
that's the
gentlemen.
That's the position that you're in tonight, and you know, I don't expect guys to race any differently just because we're teammates tonight. Race each other any differently, I should say. I think the only time you're going to see a whole lot of cooperation out of us tonight is if it's something that can give us all an advantage on Trevor. Obviously, we race great together, so I mean, I don't expect anything too crazy. But I mean, we're going down into the final corner, and I'm 2nd, and I got Caleb or Nick in front of me. They better have the bumper ready, and I would expect the same out of them. So, you know, that's just how it goes.
All right, Rob, give me your shout-outs here, and let's get you locked and loaded for this.
Chapman Environmental Services, you know, sponsor of this race, the league, and the card tonight. Hopefully we can get it done for them. We'll see. Shout out to my family. You know, they're supportive of all this, and that means a lot. And I don't know if Sean's going to be able to make it tonight, but if he is, man, shout out to him, and hopefully we can put on a good show. And butt kicker, Chapman Environmental Service, I already shouted them out, but butt kicker, ultimate siding and gutters, everybody who helps make this whole thing happen, and all the guys who showed up tonight. You know, we pretty proud of this league to have this many people show up for the final race of the season when there's only 4 guys who have a whole lot to fight for tonight. Just it says a lot about everybody here. So just no matter what happens tonight, it's a huge success for the league, and it's something to be celebrated, and glad you guys can be here to broadcast it.
All right, appreciate it, Rob. Congratulations on your championship for opportunity here, and let's see how you handle the rest of the race.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Stella. Hope you guys enjoy it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I enjoy it too. We'll find out.
It should be good.
Thank you.
All right. That should do it. And send Rob on back there. And he's, let's try to run down Caleb Gilbert here. Let's go ahead and grab Caleb. Caleb Gilbert, you got a copy?
I got you.
All right, wild run out here. I noticed you've been putting in a lot of practice time out here. How's it feeling out there on the track?
Well, it's all right. I'm really, my strategy tonight, I gotta wait till it gets dark. Right now, the track's not exactly to my liking, and I don't really like Pheonix as it is, so playing the long con tonight. You know, we're gonna try to be there at the end and hope for the best.
Some of the guys are out there saying that track is too hot, so you would not be the only one out there. Kind of, you came out with an upset win there at Kentucky. I don't know where you came from, but you came all the way from behind and got into the front. Almost had a win at Pocono. You know, kind of what's the key to staying up front and having some success here tonight?
Well, you know, a lot of those races, I mean, Pocono, Gateway, I was in the lead 2 to go. And both instances, Rob was on my inside. So, you know, tonight, you know, we all work cordial together, but when it comes down to it, probably had to be the most aggressive I've been all year. So, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, 2 wins, at least 13 top 5s. And 18 top 10s. Your average finish was a 6.78 for the entire season. It all boils down to this. man, I know teams break apart this upcoming season. How does that work in your favor with the teammates you have today?
We're able to all talk among each other. That's one thing Trevor doesn't have. We can all give a little bit of feedback, maybe not too much. But I've had a great team all year long. We work together really well. And these guys have helped me be in a great spot to win almost every race, except for my self-inflicted errors. So just gotta avoid that.
Hey, I would rather be self-inflicted than somebody coming on my inside and I guess ruining the entire night. That's just absolutely heartbreaking. How you rebound from that, I don't quite know. I figure Pocono was just about the last strike for you, but you have rebounded. You've made it back. I'm so proud to see another 4-star industry driver out here. Caleb Gilbert, I'm going to cut this one short here just a little bit because, man, you are practicing. I definitely want to make sure you're concentrating because you got 3 other guys going to try to kill you tonight. Give me your shout-outs.
Shout out to you guys. By the way, I'm just cruising out here. Get some laps in. I'm big chilling. But shout out to you guys up in the booth. I know it's a big night. Shout out to our sponsors. Coastal Financial, Chapman, Buddy Kicker, the whole 9. Everybody out there. I know I always forget at least one. But it's been a great season. All the support, everybody that watches. It's been a great year. Hopefully we can cap it off somehow better than Darlington, maybe. I don't know if that's possible. We'll try.
Well, Darlington was looking pretty well. You guys got your team member to the win. I know Jeremy Burns was doing everything he could to get there, but the steel curtain took over, and you were part of it. So, Caleb Gilbert, good luck to you tonight. We'll keep an eye on you.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it. That's almost the last one. The last one being Trevor Erhardt in the number 21 Chevrolet here tonight. Talk to me about the pressure. Some of these guys say it's mounting up the more and more practice you get, the more and more time you're getting on the track. Hey, you getting nervous yet?
No, not really. I put in a lot of practice this week, obviously, because championship race. I know Caleb, Rob, and Nick will be fast, but I'm just looking more like another week. I mean, if you put more pressure on yourself, you're prone to make mistakes. So, trying to go in with just treat it like any other race we've had this season, and hopefully we can come out on top of it.
Well, definitely seeing you putting some time out there. I see you've turned at least 45 laps since I've been here. It's definitely, you noticing anything different about the tires out there? Are they wearing out, doing anything weird to you out there?
I think the tire wear is going to be key to this. I think the right rear is going to be a big factor. If you can keep that underneath you, along with a little bit of the right front, you'll be quick, especially on the long runs. I expect us to get a lot of green flag runs in tonight, so I feel pretty good about how I've been able to handle that in the practicing I've done today. For this practice session, it's been mainly just qualifying attempts. I think track position is going to be really key. I expect Rob and Caleb to be up there, along with Nick. So just wanted to make sure I could be consistent in my qualifying attempts for when we go over to that. But man, I think it's going to be a fun race. Definitely looking forward to it. All 3 of the final 4 guys are just real good guys in general, real good competitors, real fun to race with. So I think we're going to put on one heck of a show tonight.
Well, speaking of a show, I do want to mention here, Trevor, when I move you back to Team BDE, that will be a total of 10 drivers hanging out in your corner here tonight. I know that they are going to do everything they can to try to stop 4-Star Industries tonight with their 3 drivers. So you've got a lot of drivers in your corner here tonight. Can you name a couple here that you're like, hey, I need this guy around me to help secure a win here?
I would like to say that they're going to help, but at the same time, I'm not looking for any external factors in helping me win this. I want to go out and beat these guys just on pure pace and by myself and make it as clean and fair as we can. But I know there's some guys, and I'm not going to name names, in there that are more than willing to maybe be in the way. But at the end of the day, you want to go out there and compete with those other 3 drivers and do it in a clean and respectful manner. But I know coming down to those last 5 or so laps, especially the last lap, in the situations, I think bumpers will be laid to drivers, and you can't be mad. You can be mad in the moment, but at the end of the day, you're racing for a championship. You got to do what you got to do. I'm okay with it on the last lap. If it's in the first 10, 20, 30 laps, I'd expect some retaliation.
All right, Trevor. Well, you're being very professional. I'm going to say it. Jeremy Burns in the 9, I guarantee you, is going to have a magnet on you and try to push you all the way and try to lap half of the field here. Trevor, give me your shout-outs. Qualifying's underway.
Shout out to the other 3 in the Final Four, Rob, Caleb, and Nick. Obviously Rob's been quick all season. Caleb's been quick all season. Nick on the winning end last week. Can't say more than enough to have those 3 in here. You and Stella for the fantastic broadcast week in and week out. Everybody in the league, all the new guys that have shown up to build the hype for next season as well. All my friends and family back home, my mom, dad, grandparents, sister, nephew, all of them, my amazing sponsors, the Erhardt Group, Black Rifle Coffee, and then all my teammates and friends, man. It's going to be one heck of a final race.
All right, Trevor, good luck to you tonight. Congratulations on making the championship Final Four, and good luck on getting out there and trying to get a win here.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, that should do it. Looks like Trevor's going to get locked and loaded here for qualifying. Stella, it looks like the sun is starting to go down, so hopefully we're going to have temperatures come down to where these drivers are a lot happier with what's coming out here. I would say, taking a look, I think I've got Ted Rekich out here. Jeremy Burns sitting 4th in the qualifying. Ted Rekich sitting 3rd. This should be a wild run, especially when you start getting the fast guys or even the part-time drivers out here able to put down some times out on the track.
Well, I cannot see the qualifying times at this point, but how many have qualified?
Yeah, taking a quick look at it here so far, I've got 10 drivers who have qualified some times. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I love it when it mixes it up.
Lovely.
Well, let's take a look at what we've got on the track starting this race here tonight. Let's start there. Pheonix Raceway, 156 laps. Stage break will be at 30. 50% fuel. I expect these guys to probably make it until the stage break without having to pit. 6 sets of tires, no fast repair. For your guys out there, for ones who are just tuning in, all your championship drivers who are in the running will be highlighted blue here tonight. We did have it red for the guys in contention, but blue will be the color tonight, and they will also have the banner on their windshields. Can't miss them. 4-Star Industries, 3 out of the 4 of them, and Trevor Erhardt with Team BDE. He will be in the Black Rifle Coffee Machine here tonight. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors out there who have joined us for the league. Go ahead and start that off. Chapman Environmental Services, Ultimate Siding Gutters, Butt Kicker, Young Gun Creations here for going ahead and signing on here with Simtrax Broadcasting. I'd like to give a shout out there to Vet to Track. I would like to give a shout out to Smart Wave Solar, Echo Fasteners that ended up joining along this season. By just so many guys were able to come out, give spend a little bit for the sponsorship, make this go around. The Erhardt Group, Pause the War. I mean, just so many guys able to make this go round, and seeing what this next season has coming up, it should be definitely a doozy here, Stella. So let's try to see if we can take another peek at our starting lineup, seeing that they are mixed up on top, unfortunately. Nick Alves, Ted Rekich, Parker Johnston will be starting 1, 2, and 3. Justice Murphy and Grant Thorpe will be 4 and 5. Michael Bennett sitting 6th. Brandon Richardson 7th. Jeremy Burns 8th. Blake Cook is 9th. And Dylan Smoot. We saw how he was doing, I believe, in the Taco Bell machine, sitting 10th place. So new contender, starting to put on some times here on the track. About another 30 seconds left on the in the qualifying here, Stella. And talk to me a little bit about the track here. How many fans do I have sitting out there?
I will, but don't forget all about Bugs. They also sponsored several of our races this year. So, and I think you did Smart Wave Solar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on as of now, we're looking at 42,000 seats. As of 2019, they started breaking it down. But I'll tell you, this track is pretty cool. It is the first time over 100,000 spectators were at a venue, at a race. They had 102,000 all the way back in 1995. But they started out with a whole 10,000 seats. When it changed hands in 1985, they put in lighting. But before that, do you know that they had a lightning strike that burned down all the seats? It was pretty intense. So when they built it back, they doubled it. And that's, if you're gonna go down in flames, you come back like a phoenix. So I thought that was pretty impressive. And but this track is a mile long with turns of 1 and 2. They're all progressive, or they call them variable banking, of 8 to 9 degrees. You're looking at 3 and 4 has 10 to 11 degrees. Our front and back stretch aren't much. Front stretch 9 degrees, back is 3, but this track has a very unique dogleg. It's also banked. You'll see a lot of the guys tonight. Some choose to stay on the track. Some choose to cut that bank it in half, assuming that they're going to get a little bit of extra go-go. So that's what I have tonight. And carry on.
Oh yeah, well definitely we're taking a look at Caleb Gilbert. He went out there for a very, very slow pace lap time for the qualifying. 17th position for him. Chris Schaefer sitting 18th, not looking too hot. I think he's actually probably trying to sit back on this one. He probably did that on purpose, trying to I guess lay back on some of this run here tonight. Let's see if we can get our championship points up here. These are our 4 guys: Roeder, Gilbert, Erhardt, and Alves. So you'll see them in the 53, the 40, the 21, and the 24. Like I said, Trevor Erhardt, the lone ranger out there for Team BDE, but he has at least 10 drivers out there willing to help him. I know he said he's not looking for help. I think what he's thinking is some of these guys out there are not going to be as fast as he has set the pole out there with a 27.5. No one else has reached that except Nick Alves with a 27.54.
All right.
Yeah, Roeder came down 7th position is where he ended up. And Caleb Gilbert all the way back to 17th.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're not far off from the big guys. The fastest qualifying speed at this track is 143 miles an hour, which comes in at 25.15 seconds.
25 point. Oh, that's not too bad, especially on a fixed setup, though. I would say, with these guys being on a fixed setup here, they can't really change and make them any faster. So.
Well, at that point, I look at it as kind of like the old IROC. It's not, you're not, tweaking the car here, tweaking the car there. It's all about the driver. But I know you've spoken about the fact that you drive like this, so you can tweak like that to make it work out better for you. And that's that would be, I guess, the advantage to the open setup. But I like to see the drivers on a level playing field. Let's see how good the men are, not the machines.
Right. And some do like that. I mean, I prefer. I always think these cars drive like bricks. I can't seem to get them to rotate enough to get through to get through some of the turns. But I also don't win, like Roeder out there. I can't go out here and win eight times in a league like this. I can't be that consistent. I mean, just between these guys, Roeder has 8, Erhardt has 4, Caleb Gilbert has 2, and Nick Alves has 1. And you want to talk about a clutch win? I'm still on the hype.
When it counts, man.
Yeah, I am still on the hype for how that last run went. Was pretty crazy. I think they probably stretched this to a 10-minute qualifier, Stella. That should give us about another 20 seconds here.
Okay.
And these guys
I'll tell you, I'm
not
not too worried about Caleb being in the back. Is that who? Yes. Is that who you said was all the way back in 17th?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because the lowest qualifying position or driver that went on to win was Ricky Rudd, and he came from 29th. I'm not too worried. Not too worried about 17.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can have a pole setter win this one, and if it's possible. I know definitely. I think there was a driver that won from the pole. I thought this was a track that was pretty hard to win.
Oh, it took
first.
years, though. I'm pretty sure it was Jeff Gordon, and it took until the 90s for a pole sitter to win. Pole winner. Jeez.
All right, let's take a look at our starting grid tonight. We should have a good stack of them. Trevor Erhardt and Nick Alves front row. See the blue numbers? So that is your championship guys. Talk about starting in the front. Fresh air for the two of them. Ted Rekich will be starting third with Parker Johnson fourth. Justice Murphy and Grant Thornton. There's a couple BDE members. They're fifth and sixth. Robert Roeder will be starting seventh next to Michael Bennett in the 14. Hopefully there's nothing held back there from the Daytona run. Brandon Richardson sitting ninth with Jeremy Burns. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder here tonight, especially after how last week went at Darlington. He ended up losing out on that. But Jeremy Burns has to place in front of Alex Berube here tonight to see if he can secure a Rookie of the Year win. So watch out for Jeremy Burns to continue putting on a good show here. Blake Cook will be starting 11th, and Dylan Smoot will be starting on the outside of row 6. Rotating on back, Kevin Orlando with 4-Star Motorsports sitting 13th, and Alex Berube 14th. So not too far behind Jeremy Burns here. Jacob Sirkovich will be 15th. Matthew Robinson for Turn 1 Racing sitting 16th. Caleb Gilbert, that's who we were talking about. That will be our final driver, way back here in 17th, next to Chris Schaefer of Inferno Motorsports. Travis Gilbert, she should be in that Vet to Trek car out here and starting 19th with Wayne Lowe 20th. Tay McDonald will be in 21st in the Echo Fasteners machine out there. Jackson Lomax, also another Turn 1 driver, 22nd. Talk about rotating back here. Row 12 will be Brandon Dunford and Kevin Cochran. I think some of these guys will be out here on the track tonight. I think Jeffrey Israel and Dylan Dunford, I think 23rd, 25th, and 26th will not be out on the track tonight. I think Kevin Cochran has been verified, and he should be A-OK to start this one here tonight. I'm excited to get this one going because after that Darlington race, Stella, I am blown away by what happened. But there's no steel curtain anymore. There's nothing to save any of these other drivers out there from a good race or from a bad race. Some of these guys are going to really be pushing their luck to get back around here.
Yeah, this should be good. I mean, yes, you still have teams, but like you say, this is it. This is the finale, and I think it'll end up being every man for himself.
All right, well, we're going to see what the favorable line is when they cut this dog leg. We're waiting for Barney here to go ahead and throw the green flag. This is normally where the start-finish line would be. It is not. It is moved. So some of you guys will notice where they're going to start. Let's keep an eye out there for it as we see them wrapping around. You see, it's not actually on the backstretch. It's on the exit of Turn 4. So let's go ahead and get this one going much, much closer. Green flag is out. Trevor Erhardt and Nick Alves taking this one away. Inside line for the two of them, where Trevor Erhardt and Rekich. But you see what you were talking about earlier, Stella, that inside line not being able to hold her a good spot, that just proves otherwise, as now Alves will be starting third. But we are under caution. I mean, in the blink of an eye, it looks like everybody in the backfield might have destroyed each other here, and Travis Gilbert's in it.
Oh.
Yeah, not good for him here. Not good for him here. So let's go ahead and rotate to a caution and figure out what happened here.
Question is Caleb Gilbert involved?
All right, everybody, and we are back. Taking a look at it from this angle here, pretty obvious to see what happens. Remember we were talking about cutting that dog leg here. Here's where the issue lies, is we're taking a look as it looks like Travis Gilbert is sliding along the inside and makes contact with Jacob Sirkovich. Sirkovich rotates up, 23 of Chris Schaefer sitting duck, and I believe the 96 of Jackson Lomax might be trying not to get in it here. But when he's over 130 miles an hour just getting off the start, you see those front tires locked up, and he's got absolutely nowhere to go here.
Yep. We did have two escapees down at the bottom, and looked like Caleb Gilbert was one of them, so he's still in the running.
All right. Let's go ahead and get this back live. We'll see if Travis Gilbert is able to repair that machine. And that was one of those things. Some of these guys drop that dog leg, and then you try to merge back up onto the track. But Jacob Sirkovich didn't make it through lap 1, and he may be out of the race here. He's still down pit road almost 2 minutes now. But you want to talk about getting caught off guard here. Let's talk about Nick Alves. Erhardt got the jump. Ted Reckich saw that inside line, started pushing the 21 there, and is it a good idea to take it off the surface? And right now, I would say yes. Now, do you have the dangers there, which you just saw bring out the caution? Absolutely. Yes. But what was the gain? We saw Erhardt starting to pull off by almost 2/10 off the front of Nick Alves and hadn't made it completely through turn 1. I mean, that you just can't start losing distance like that, especially when you got Ted Reckich in front starting to really try to push that 21 machine. And like I said, I think Trevor Erhardt has a lot of teammates out there that I don't think he expects in this one. 4-Star Industries they may have 3 drivers in the running here, but they have, I think, the entire field in Trevor's corner.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be tough right now. Like I said, Trevor's got a lot of work to do. He's depending on himself. I'm sure he'll be thankful for any help that he can get. But I think he wants to beat these guys fair and square and kind of, rub their nose in it. I don't need people's help. People need my help. And I think that's what he's aiming for here. Barney should be having the yellow flag straight up, meaning the pace car lights are off. We'll be underway here next time around as these guys double stack. Nick Alves, I guarantee you, will not be caught off guard this time as he lines up behind the leader on the restart. He's going to try to see if he can get the same jump that Ted Reckich had. Up there in the chat, Kevin Cochran saying good luck, all. Hey, Chuck Fletcher, there you are. See you out here, and Gary Sigleco as well. Appreciate you guys coming out here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. That's where some other broadcasters out there. Show me a little love. Show me a little love. You can subscribe. Tell me what you think. All right, let's go ahead and get this one back underway here. The Chapman Championship race. I think we had a little hiccup at the beginning, but we'll see. I would probably expect a few more cautions here. But let's go ahead and see that green fly one more time here as we get back underway. Haven't even made it to lap 30 yet for that stage caution. Nick Alves did get caught off guard here. He was already saying he wasn't happy with the car showing up to begin with.
Yeah, Trevor took off like a rocket.
Yeah, right now
from that green flag.
He is on the move. Where Nick Alves surrounded by some good company with Roeder. Roeder, he already said, we may be buddies today, but we'll see how the end of the race ends up. Parker Johnson sitting 5th. Justice Murphy down into 6th. Great Thorpe 7th. Moving up is Jeremy Burns sitting 8th. So I know he's got some new things going on, trying to see if he can try his luck to get a little more going on. Matthew Robinson in the number 1 Chevrolet sitting 13th. He's moved up 3. So far, biggest mover of the race is Tay McDonald. Tay McDonald has actually moved up 5 positions here, and right now he's on a pretty good run.
All right, yeah, I'm baffled with this dog leg cut. Every time I see it, it's so much what would we call it, east-west motion versus your normal just north-south driving.
Oh yeah.
And to me, it just looks like danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Yeah, well, I figure if NASCAR didn't want them passing under the line, they would paint it, they would. And I think that's also what confuses me. You can't pass under the yellow line when they're doing it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Exactly. I thought that, sure, you can go down there, risk your life and limb, but you can't advance beyond the yellow line. And away they go.
Yep, well, apparently not. Talking on the move as well, who was up 5 positions. Guess who just passed Ted Reckich? Roeder. So Robert Roeder going to see if he can reel in Trevor Erhardt, who already squeaked away to about a half-second lead, but he's closing the gap. Definitely
and if anybody opens the door and lets the cat out, they're going to be mauled.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that. Stage points will not matter tonight. Right now, what is going to matter is the highest place on the track, and that's got to be where it's going to be. Out there in the chat, it looks like Jacob Sirkovich is saying he got wiped out here. And he said that was fast. So hopefully, I think Sarkovic, right now, I think he's in the garage. He is unable to return in that 18 Chevrolet. That is unfortunate. But battle for the lead. Robert Rader's got him on that turn. Trevor Erhardt's going to try to cross him up. And this is exactly what you want to see. Right now, I would probably say these are the two best guys in the league, especially on the win chart. For these guys to duke it out right here. Rader's got that outside line. He's going to be able to make this cut and start putting the distance on Trevor Erhardt. Now, this is only going to try, I think what he's trying to do here is rattle his cage. Right now, he's trying to put, Trevor Erhardt kind of behind him here and say, man, what, can I win this race? Can I do it? And right now, we're watching Raiders stretching it out to a half-second lead and still driving away. Now, where do the tires come in here, Stella?
I say right rears and at the first opportunity.
That's going to be pretty tough here. Trevor Erhardt's dropped down to third. Have no fear. Trevor does kind of seesaw a bit. He may be kind of waiting it out just a bit and then fly his way back up front. Caleb Gilbert is still 17th there in the back. So interesting. I'm wondering if he's kind of camping there. Looks like Ted Rekich had a really nasty turn there, allowing the rest of the field to catch up. But look at the distance. Almost a second and a quarter now. Raiders now driving off with this one. And let's take a look back at the field as he's driving away.
At this point, he cannot possibly be hoping for a caution-free because we've got stage break at 30 unless there's caution between 25 and 30.
Yeah. Well, definitely out there in the chat, you bring up a good point out there. That should be Kynan out there. Raider doesn't need to worry about James Loveland at least this season. So Loveland definitely was able to put a lot of work on some of these guys, and I would say he had some strong tracks, and he would be one to kind of shuffle it up with a lot of drivers out here going, we don't want to count out the 0-2, but definitely want to make sure you count him in. Raider now pulling away. Still got that second and a quarter here, but it looks like he's actually slowed his pace down just a hair here to maybe try to conserve. He's got the lead he wants. He's able to race out here by himself. He's got the clean air, and now just kind of take his time. Just make sure, knock down some solid laps, get some time in, and keep churning here. But let's rotate back to where the pressure's getting a lot crazier. Justice Murphy's sitting fifth. Right now, Justice Murphy trying to see if he can get the works in on behind Parker Johnson. Parker Johnson, there's Justice. Yeah. All right, Justice with the All About Bugs Chevrolet out there, number 12. He's looking pretty good out there. Good to see him out there, and definitely with the top 10. Like I said, that Team BDE is all clubbed together, trying to see if they can help Trevor back to the front.
Ooh, not like that.
Yeah, Parker Johnson getting way loose here. Yeah, hold on, Ted.
Still off. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, hold on, Ted. Ted is around. He's backwards.
Hold still.
Yeah, but right there, that's exactly what you want to see. Ted coming to a stop. Because a lot of guys try to hammer down, and, you saw him try to save it. I'll say that. He saved it. He turned sideways. That wasn't exactly the best thing everybody wanted, but still, he was able to continue on and save the car. All right.
Yeah, and not take out a half a field, and trying to come back up on the track or move around and let everybody get around you. There's just no point in ruining everybody's night.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at Ted Rekich here and kind of swing it back real quick. This is where he ended up sliding already. Let's rotate it back right there. See where his problem was? Off the track.
Well, take a look a little further back and watch 48.
Yeah, I knew he bumped with the 48 here.
Yeah.
He had snugged with the 48, but it didn't look like he was out of control heading into the turn. Here's the nudge.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, off the track there, and then bucks him back up. Yep, and then Rekich is around. Oh, well, I guess the 48 got that part. I think we see Berube actually sliding off the track as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we see. Take a look at Berube as he's trying to avoid the wreck. Oh.
Oh.
Look at Blake Cook.
Nice.
Holy cow. Yeah, talk about messing around on that one. But Blake Cook getting an eyeful of this one. Let's take a look at Blake Cook on the inside of his race car. There's Ted. Oh, no. No. So a little
I know there was
there.
some messing, but I don't know if it was around or just messing.
All right, let's get back on it here. Berube is down 2 positions, sitting 16th. Some of the guys are coming down pit. Caleb Gilbert, Chris Schaefer, Ted Rekich are down pit road already. And I believe Jackson Lomax is down pit. So interesting to see guys pitting here on lap 19. They may have an idea. Parker Johnston working his way down.
Yeah, but some of those also have to get some repairs.
Oh, yeah. All right, and Kynan out there saying he's getting mentally ready for Season 3. He must have looked at the new chart of what we got coming up next run. Next season will actually be following along with the Cup. So if you watched Richmond on Sunday, they'll be racing it Wednesday. If you watched Kansas on Sunday or Saturday, you'll be watching them Wednesday. If you watch Michigan, so same sort of thing as everybody, everybody having the opportunity to watch the real guys happen, and then you get to see these guys battle it out. And sometimes you're Stella, I almost can't tell the difference.
I've watched this stuff so much that when they run through each other in the pit stalls, I jump. I forget that they're not real cars. And I'm like, oh no. And then they glide through each other. So I think it's a good thing, you know. Good racing. No chance of some serious injuries.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I think somebody might be calling out some serious injuries out there in the chat, but I would probably
that.
Yeah, I would probably say that. We'll leave it for the box there, Ted.
So if they're following the NASCAR schedule, then their championship next year will again be at Phoenix.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and they'll actually have a round of 16 before the round of 12. This year we did 12-8-4. We'll have 16 12-8-4. So
great.
That'll be
more pressure.
Yeah, no kidding. And talk about I know they are writing into the rules. There's no Ross Chastaining it. They're not going to do that at the final race at Martinsville. But I'm sure if somebody's in desperation mode, they're going to try. Let's talk about our guys here on the track, though. Roeder and Erhardt, 1 and 2. Justice Murphy sitting 3rd, and Nick Alves will be 4th. Good top 5 guys here, followed up with Grant Thorpe, and that's 77, and Michael Bennett in 6th. I love seeing familiar names. Just the guys out here. I know the new guys are kind of hanging toward the back and letting these guys duke it out, and hats off to them for allowing them to do it. But getting the right guys up front and being able to race, awesome. But Trevor Erhardt is not going to let Roeder get away this time. He almost sticks to him like glue on that restart. Roeder looked like he had the jump there, but Erhardt, you saw him as soon as he crossed that finish line, right behind him, and he's going to hold on to him now. Roeder definitely not happy about that tire cool down here. If another caution happens after lap 25, they'll go ahead and call that the stage. But Roeder's got to hold out here about another 7 laps, and he'll be able to pit as they go past the lit up green cactus here for the next lap. Lap 24 is underway, and you see that seesawing coming through that dog leg. Top to bottom, and this guy definitely, it can be many communication issues out there. Speaking of communication, here we go. Trevor Erhardt and Justice Murphy side by side, and you want to talk about an upset here. Even if Justice Murphy is able to yank this one, get and win this race, it still goes to the top person in the field. So if Roeder ends up 2nd or Trevor Erhardt ends up 2nd, they will be the winner here of tonight. So it's always the highest finish. Right now, Nick Alves sitting 5th, so he's still trying to battle his way back up there. But what we saw at Homestead, there's still a chance. I mean, those guys were owning the track and almost wiped each other out. So it was definitely something. I mean, heck, I think we even saw Justice Murphy win at Iowa. And that was but the leaders wiping themselves out. So definitely want to be close, but you don't want to be too close. But it looks like Justice Murphy is making a bid for the lead here.
He is.
Yeah, on the outside, Roeder unable to make the swing up that he wants because Justice Murphy has the line. They're going to shoot down the backstretch here. And Justice Murphy has the lead. Holy cow. Justice Murphy starting back in 5th position has now gathered the lead here. And he's going to lead himself a few laps. Remember, stage points don't count. It does not matter.
Now they will for our rookies, as far as I know. But
What's
at
that?
this point, I believe the stage points will, if Jeremy Burns or Berube were to win the stage, they would get points.
Yes. Yes, and it will depend where they are. Right now, Jeremy Burns is sitting 10th, so I believe he will get 1 stage point
Okay.
in this one. So right now he is the only one. Alex Berube is sitting 12th back here, right behind Blake Cook. So Berube starting to try to pick up the pace here a little bit. I believe those two are only separated by 26 points. Jeremy Burns is going to have to make a big mistake here tonight if that ends up being the case. I knew out there in the chat during the week, talking to his race team and everybody else, they said he's got a chip on his shoulder after the steel curtain blocked him last week from missing that championship for Mark. He's got something to prove here tonight.
Well, hopefully he will prove it with the rubber on the road and just...
Instead of the metal or the fiberglass on the car, huh?
Yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty, Jeremy Burns still sitting 10th here. He looks like he's working on the underside of Tay McDonald. Roeder now
Terry,
getting a little piece of his own medicine here.
Yeah, Terry's out there even on the edge. So nervous, can't comment tonight.
Oh yeah, we are back under caution.
Oh no. Oh yes, that's 30, lap 30.
Yes.
Tell me it's just a stage break, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Whew.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, Daryl out there in the chat is saying Caleb may be in some trouble. He's sitting 18th. But this is kind of how Kentucky went, though. Caleb Gilbert also sat way back in the field. And then in the last 30 laps, like a completely different car. And I just don't know how people wait it out like that. I can't put that together as having that confidence of, I know my car's fast, but why would you not be in the top 10? But
yeah,
he'll be able to do it. Everybody coming down pit road now.
I mean, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oop, I take it back.
Yeah, I think if anybody out there, Caleb Gilbert's staying out.
Yep. Interesting. A little strategery. Oh, come on.
See how they get going. And something also to consider, which they may scrutinize after the race. These guys can actually pick up time on green flag if they stay on the inside line because of the design of the track. So it is going to be very interesting to see what they do, that they have to be in that outside line. Some are, some are not.
So if their chosen line is inside and they know how to drive that inside line, they've got a leg up, is what you're saying.
No. I'm talking about pit road.
Oh, poo.
Yeah, pit road has 2 separate lines. You're to stay on the right till you're within 5 spots, move to the inside, and then get into your box. What some guys will do is try to gain position on, let's say, a green flag. There have been talks that you can actually pick up almost 8.5 seconds on your pit lane time by cutting the turn.
Wow.
You're right. So right now, I know RC is right now taking an eyeball and watching everything here to kind of see what all is happening here. What happens with the rest of the field? How do these guys feel in this race? What people are kind of offenders and things like that, and see kind of different opportunities that they may be able to do. If I could find that exploit and I knew about it, I wouldn't tell anybody. You know, but
8 seconds is enough for a 9-second pit stop.
Right.
You know. Wow.
Right. We're taking a little look here at Kevin Orlando in the number 27. Looks like he's back to the mellow yellow.
Thank you.
So right now, back to the starting order here. Caleb Gilbert, last pit on lap 19. So he is going to be off-cycle pit from everybody else. I don't know if he got caught up in a little bit of that wreck there with Ted Rekich or not. Lap 19 should have been that one, yes. So the Ted Rekich spin out back on lap 19.
I thought he stayed pretty close to the inner wall there and skirted the issue.
Yes, but I think he may be of offset pit. He came down and got tires, and he got fuel, which right now allows him to get from the very end to the front. He's now going to have to pit in half the time these other guys do, and that may work out in his favor as coming out on fresh tires and everybody's having to come down on a caution. So this is him able to flip the field, which is maybe a very good strategy here for Caleb Gilbert. I know Daryl out there kind of rooting him on, saying he was losing about a second a lap there. Everybody else is going to be on fresh tires. His is going to be quite worn in, about 12 laps difference.
Yeah, can you tell me what happened to Berube? He came out of pit 17th.
Yes, Berube actually 47-second pit lane time, 5 seconds in the box.
Ooh. Okay. Unusual.
Yeah, he's been down there a couple of times here so far. So most of these guys so far, at least in the top 13, has only been once. Whoa, man. Yeah, you see Roeder trying to see if he can get a little more there on Caleb Gilbert. Right now, 1, 2, 3 are our podium guys. Alves sitting sixth. Awesome, man. And this is kind of what you expect to see. The championship drivers here up front. Caleb, looks like Justice Murphy, get away from the sign. There we go. And Justice Murphy sitting fourth. So Grant Thorpe, I got to give Grant Thorpe a shout out here. He's actually doing pretty well, hanging up here in the top 5 most of the night.
He was last week too, right up until he wasn't.
Yeah, I guess sometimes the fuel calculator wins and sometimes he doesn't. But he's able to, he's getting his chance out here this time. Grant Thorpe in fifth here. We're taking a look at him, trying to stay out in front of Nick Alves and Michael Bennett. They're 2 Chevrolets behind him. But still moving. Raiders now making the separation over top of Caleb Gilbert. We're looking at Grant Thorpe. You just gotta look at Grant here. You see how confident he is, and that's exactly what you want to see. He's out here having fun, not really stressed, and that's exactly what you want to see. That's somebody who's successful out there on the track. When you see guys really hunched over and starting to panic, that's not what you want to see. Those are the guys going, oh no, what do I do now? How do I get back? So good to see him definitely be able to keep on a good note here, rotating back. Alves, unfortunately, is starting to lose some positions here in 7th, so I know he wants to slap his crew chief around. Seeing that Nick Alves made it here, Stella, in your off weeks, in your off season, does he come here to Phoenix, knowing that he knows he can make the top 4? It may be tougher next season, but if he can make the top 4, do you practice for Phoenix next year if this is not your strongest track?
I think there are more important ones to do before you worry about the finale.
Oh man, I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
Sorry.
Because some of these guys only getting that week of practice here, and you try to battle out for Phoenix. You know, he's done so well. He almost made it in on points, but fortunately got that win there at the end. You know, I would be concerned if this was my weakness track, knowing, you know, let's say, okay, like Rob Roeder here. We know this is a knockout for him. If he doesn't win this, or if one of the other playoff drivers is in front of him, he loses tonight. No matter how many wins he got all season, he loses tonight. So if this isn't his strongest track, I would be spending extra time during the year. All right, I've got to get better at Phoenix. I would find guys. I would work on different setups. I would try something else because I've got to figure out how to capitalize on one of my weaker tracks out here, knowing that he could win all the rest of the year.
Ah, okay. I was just kind of looking at it as in don't count your chickens before they hatch, you know?
I can see.
But, you know, you might want to get a little better at the road courses. You might want to get better at dirt, since we're going to be doing dirt next year. Something like that. And then you can kind of lock yourself in, you know, to at least the top 16. Then you can start thinking about Phoenix.
I see what you're saying. All right, party pooper. All right, Raiders still in the lead by over half a second here. Justice Murphy's falling off a second and a half off pace. That followed up by Grant Thorpe. I would probably say here that it's looking pretty good for Mr. Jeremy Burns, the Mountain Man, as he is now getting really, really close here for the Rookie of the Year mark here. Alex Berube trying to make another bid. You saw him back 17th, now 12th for him. Jeremy Burns has fallen down to 13th. Wonder if he's having any trouble out there.
Something's up. I mean, because he is really dropping back quick. But also, Caleb Gilbert is dropping back. He's in 6th place now.
Yeah, well, he's off cycle, so these new tires are now starting to really take their toll here. That 11 to 12 laps of tire wear here is definitely dropping off for Caleb Gilbert. He has moved up 11 positions originally since he started this race, hanging out in front of Nick Alves, and I would wonder if, if Nick's going to be like, all right, Caleb, appreciate you last week, but around I go, man. I got to let you go. I'll see you later in the race. But Peyton Presley out there saying, let's go as BDE boys. All right, Peyton Presley. Hopefully you're able to get work schedule fixed and get back out here. I always said my silent driver out there, silent but deadly. Peyton Presley out there, so we'll see if we can see that number 7 get back out here. Hopefully we are, man.
You're calling him a what?
Yeah, silent but deadly. I know where that's going. We're not talking about SBDs here, but he would definitely hang in the back and had almost solid top 10s every week. Just no idea what, didn't have a chance at leading, but he was solid top 10s, kind of Nick Alves. Nick Alves most of this year was solid top 10s. He'd hang out there. Yep. Then he started getting solid top 5s and then finally won a race. So, even if Nick doesn't win here tonight, he has made it this far. And I knew you and I had discussed before that Darlington may have been Nick Alves' championship race regardless. That was his time to shine. That may be the biggest win, if not tonight. The biggest win here of his Racing Revolution, tenure here.
Season.
Is just his amount of time he's put in, the amount of work he's put in. He made it to the Final Four, and he's got at least, you can hang your hat on that. You made it to this point, even if you don't win it. Because I know Roeder and Erhardt, these guys are insane. There is no reason why these guys should be that fast, but they are. And really being able to compete and make it to this caliber, you really got to, hold your head up high because you've done it.
Oh yeah. But in the same respect, did it with teamwork also.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, well, that team will be blown apart next year. We will definitely let you guys know after the Daytona duels what they're going to, how the teams break up heading into the next season. Again, because I think everybody kind of, they're going to look like a water balloon out of a hotel room that's going to go out there and all your big guys are going to end up splattering all over the place. They're going to be leading their own teams instead of all together. So it's going to be pretty interesting here. Alex Berube's moved up to 11. Looks like he's working on the inside of Blake Cook. Makes easy work of that. 19 is around. So right now his Toyota outperforming any of the other ones out here. Right now the only other Toyota was Jackson Lomax, but he is down pit. I think his 96 may have bit the dust
All
here.
Yeah, it looks like Peyton Presley's saying he is hoping to make a few appearances next year. So welcome aboard.
Sure hope so. Definitely out there. There are a couple of teams out there looking for some part-time drivers. Might be able to make a bid for a bid how this goes. Peyton Presley, I appreciate that, man. Definitely. Yeah, we try our best here. Racing Revolution is one of those great leagues out here. I know I broadcast a bunch of leagues, but don't ask me to rate them. But what I can say, these guys racing by a matter of inches each and every week. And the professionalism that they handle themselves. This is probably one of the top-notch leagues out there. I would say, Stella, talking, looking how everything is working around out there, this league is bursting at the seams. Right now, I know they are talking qualifying and eliminations just to qualify in these races coming into next season. That is huge for any league out there, so they are obviously doing something right, not just on the racing side, but on the admin side as well.
Yeah, we've seen, in our tenure, because I've been watching you for a while, a lot of leagues kind of go by the wayside, whether it's conflicts, like you say, internal conflicts, whether it's quality of of the racers. But these guys are going strong, and like you say, bursting at the seams going into season 3.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm interested to see how all that plays out, because even today, I think they picked up 2 more drivers looking to compete. So they're doing something right. And really, normally you see a league that is struggling, or the ones trying to get numbers. The ones that you're out there and they got 7 guys on the track. 10 guys on the track. Now, don't get me wrong. There are new leagues starting out, and that's how it starts. But this league going from a matter of 12 guys to almost 24, season 2 here consistently, to now almost 55 drivers. This is going crazy right now, and especially to me, the way I see it, the cream of the crop will be picked, and if you think we're getting a few cautions here and there, I'd be surprised to see any in this upcoming season.
Yeah, when you've got a first try out is you have to audition for this league to begin with. Come out, do some of their practices, see if you can keep up with them. Then after that, qualify to get into this would be the finale versus a heat race. I think we're going to see it even better than this year.
Yeah, 110%. And taking a look here at Dylan Smoot, who actually ended up in a podium position last week at Darlington. New driver. So, back here, but he's still back here in 13th. We had a field of 21 guys who took behind the wheel, but 23 to 26 did not. That was them out here trying it out, getting a good feel for everybody during practice, and then we'll do it a little bit differently next season, which will be next week. So, you talk about short order, but talking about somebody's short order tonight, somebody's going to be heading maybe to the garage here tonight. Somebody got bent out there on the track. Right now I'm showing Matthew Robinson and Richardson may have gotten into it here.
Oh.
All right, let's head to a caution and figure out what happened here. Everybody taking a look top side here. Matthew Robinson, the number 1. Looking a little different in the Kubota machine here tonight. Ooh, a little loose for him. Off the racing surface.
Yep. Okay. But why the caution?
Yeah, it's a little interesting to see. He got spun around, but I don't think that's the be-all, end-all here. Let's find Brandon Richardson, who looked like he suffered the same fate in a different part of the track. Right there.
Oh, he's going backwards.
Yep,
That's
can't
it.
do that.
That did it. Sorry.
Yeah, no better. Come on, Brandon. All right. Let's get her back live here. Lap 60. I can't imagine a soul out here that wouldn't be pitting.
Agreed.
So right now, Roeder, first in, first out.
All right.
Trevor Erhardt second. Grant Thorpe moved up a position in the third. Nick Alves in the fourth. Michael Bennett fifth. Murphy, Orlando, Caleb Gilbert, Blake Cook, and Alex Berube. Now, I do want to say, our playoff drivers are all in the top 10. That's not too bad.
And Jeremy Burns just came up about 6 places during that stop. He was really getting down there in the teens.
Yep, four-tire pit stop for him, and I know he's been struggling a little bit here. I think he actually might have a little bit of right front damage. Look at that drone out there. No, everything looks pretty square on his car. It looks like he's okay. Not seeing anything. Get that drone rotated around here. Nope, everything looking okay for Team Disconnect.
Yep.
All is well. A couple of drivers did get kind of hammered up there a little bit. Robinson believe, yes, Robinson did make it back out of pit. We saw him sling right down pit road when he did it, and Brandon Richardson, I believe, has taken it back to the garage. Ted Rekich is still showing 12 and a half minutes out there in pit. He may be taking that to the garage here pretty soon. We'll see. Parker Johnston coming back down. He had a 43-second pit stop time last time he was down here. He's been down pit road for the 4th time now.
He must be playing bumper cars out there.
Yeah, he may have had a little trouble out there. I knew when he got tangled up with Ted Rekich there, it wasn't good. But you see how that cut to the inside? Yeah. All right. It's parked behind... We'll try to get a little something out there. All right, we got a little bit of a request out there asking for us to get a hold of Caleb Gilbert, see if we can get that drone out there. Let's see if we can float that. For the number 40 here. Looks like everything pretty straight there. Yeah, it looks like Caleb Gilbert might be pretty straight out there, Daryl. I think everything may be A-okay. I know Caleb's been having a little bit of trouble out there on the track. We'll see if we can take a peek at him as he's zinging by here. Yeah, he's still got the 40 on the side. So if he has been making contact with the wall, I believe you out there. You're kind of keeping an eye out there for us. Caleb may be scrubbing it a little bit, but not enough to take any paint off. All right, let's get back to it here, Stella. Roeder, Erhardt, 1 and 2. Grant Thorpe sitting 3rd, Nick Alves 4th, and Justice Murphy 5th. Stella, here we go. Green flag is out once again. Watch, it's kind of the same deal here. Roeder down to the bottom. Earhart's going to follow him here. Grant Thorpe 6th, 3rd, and Nick Alves staying up top. Now, I've always wondered if Nick Alves was going to change his mind on whether or not to stay up on that top line. He said during practice he would, and he's staying true to his word. I'm just wondering if he's going to back out of that, seeing what difference it's making to him here tonight.
Yeah, I'm curious because of the banking. If he is going to lose out not using that bottom dog leg, but you would think maybe the banking is too low to give him a shoot out of that top edge.
Oh, what? It's gonna say he jumped the restart.
Oh.
It's gonna say right now that Trevor Erhardt has jumped the restart.
So he has a meatball. Black flag.
He's black flagged.
Oh.
So Trevor Erhardt will end up laps down, taking him out of the running here. He's going to have to pray for cautions in a almost cautionless league here to get back onto the lead lap. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, if I were him, man, right now, this is when you need a race control. Because I guarantee he would be protesting this one.
Can we do a quick replay?
Maybe. Yeah. You ask, I might be able to deliver. Let's see if we can...
I didn't know if it would do it in the pits.
Let's see if we can pop back here and see what happens. Didn't look like it. Gosh,
he changed lanes. But he changed lanes before the start finish.
Did he?
Yes. That's what they got him.
All right.
It's not that he...
Here's the start. 21 takes off.
Right?
Right here.
Here.
Oh, dude.
He can't come in yet.
Before the line. We knew he was close earlier. That may have been what it is. Holy cow. Good look, Stella. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, 16th position right now for Trevor Erhardt. He had a drive-through, not yet a lap down.
Wow.
Yeah, well, definitely quick. He definitely tried to be speedy, but looking back, that's Roeder.
Okay.
Roeder is going to be hot on his tail. He's got to be on the move.
I'm running.
Yeah,
Mine.
right now,
I'm right.
If Trevor Erhardt's down by 24 seconds, Roeder's running 27.92. He's got to be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now he's going to be probably screaming, but the way I would look at it if I were Trevor, I'm still on the lead lap.
Yes.
It's okay. I'm still on the lead lap. Right now, you're one of the fastest guys out there. He's just got to maintain, but he would almost need a caution here to make up this sort of ground, or he's going to have to sacrifice something during this pit stop.
Yeah, no, I can I'll bet on the caution.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're having a little bit of craziness tonight, but I would bet he'll get his caution and at least be able to pack back up.
Yep. Well, let's talk about a little bit down that pit lane time for Mr. Erhardt. Showing, I believe, 38.85. Everybody else has been down there for 57 seconds.
Interesting.
Inside line. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the lead here. Taking a look at it, Justice Murphy sitting third. He's starting to try to dice it up here with a little bit of Grant Thorpe there. So there are two Chevrolets. Talk about BDE. Look at this. With the 12, the 77, and the 14. 2, 3, and 4. They're saying, all right, Trevor, we'll hold your spot for you here and try to box in Nick Alves. Nick Alves trying to see if he can survive back on this one. And knowing Nick, I think he would be happy taking a second place to Roeder if he can't catch him here. But still, Nick Alves is top 5. He's still in striking distance. So within 2 seconds, Caleb Gilbert starting to turn up the heat here. So with the 28-21 last lap, about comparable with everybody else out there. But will Nick Alves stick his nose out a little bit to see if he can grab Caleb Gilbert and reel him in?
Nah, not yet.
Yeah,
be patient.
Not yet. All right, Logan Stanford out there said hello. Hey, appreciate you coming out here tonight. Got some racing here at the Racing Revolution League. Almost halfway mark for these guys. As Caleb Gilbert's trying to see if he can catch back up to the front. Let's take a look. Actually, I'm wondering if anything's starting to happen. Track temperatures dropped down to less than to about 92 degrees out there. Originally, I think they were practicing out there at about 114 mark.
Ooh, that's a big change.
Right, so some of these guys are going to notice that car is going to either start loosening or tightening up, depending on how the setup is for them. And that's going to be definitely really weird. As you practice one way, you know how the car handles one way, and now it comes out here and changes throughout the night, especially on a fixed setup. That's going to be really, really tough for these drivers.
Yeah, I was watching the 3 wide go through the turn there, but luckily they even themselves out.
Yeah, well, they're definitely trying to make the moves. You see who has saved tires and who hasn't here. And we were talking earlier. You see Nick Alves drop off the table there to get underneath Grant Thorpe.
Yep.
So Nick Alves trying to make a bid here for third place. And take a look at Justice Murphy just in the timing tower here. We took a peek up before. He's broken away by over a second over over Grant Thorpe, and we just were watching a battle lane side by side. So Justice Murphy has been saving those tires and is now saying, you know what, it's time to use them. We're already halfway through. We know we can make it to about 30, 32 laps before I have to pit for fuel. Time to start turning and burning here, and Justice is going to try to reel him in. And really, he's the only one able to do it here at this moment.
Yeah, I'm starting to get absolutely mesmerized. These guys are running tight. I was watching Berube there with Grant, and I don't know. I'm waiting for the next big one. It's so far we've been really very good. I mean, single cars, 1 or 2, but this little bunch right here is making me my hair stand up.
Oh yeah. Riding along here with Grant Thorpe, as you see the 19 of Alex Berube's Toyota, trying to take a peek around where he can find a soft spot here, but nothing just yet. But that's the seesaw he needs down on the bottom, and picks up pace. So like I said, you can't say that drop off doesn't work. He was close, and now he's reeling him in here. So Berube trying to find a hole in Grant Thorpe's game, but nothing as of yet.
Do you think that NASCAR put out that information to maybe dissuade the professionals from doing it so much?
Well, if you see how these guys, when they're dropping it off, watch the car jerk.
Oh, I know.
So if you start messing with clearances of the car and guys bottoming out, it's going to be pretty tough. But I think actually we got some trouble back here with Jeremy Burns. Burns slicing around Blake Cook and really Dylan Smoot here. Not real happy with his position. You saw him trying to move around and find a good area to be. But we're actually going to cut away here to just a little bit and try something new here tonight. I'm going to see if I did this and if it worked. I know some of these things, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. Let me see if I can get this to work. All right, we're now going to take a ride along here with the Jeremy the Mountain Man Burns. Right now, I've got a helmet cam on him now, and this should be what he is seeing.
Outstanding. It looks wonderful.
Yeah, so we're trying a little thing at an eyeball cam. Jeremy Burns is running a VR here tonight, so you see exactly what he is seeing. You see him head checking, looking around, and that way he can move, make his move. But you see what it looks like inside the car. You see it jerking him around, moving his head there a little bit, but that is exactly what we're seeing here is Jeremy Burns out there on the track.
This way, I mean, if we go down here, we'll be able to see on this dog leg just how jumpy it is. You know, when if he cuts the dog leg, because it looks like it's bloop, yep, giving us all the view and a vibration versus just your normal in-car.
Oh, yeah.
I like that he has a great big rear view, too.
Yeah, able to get
beats
that
the
up.
heck out of the normal one.
Yeah, no kidding. He's definitely able to keep some solid times here, Jeremy Burns. He's going to get around this track no problem right now. Yeah. I was going to say, I think everybody's liking this part.
Very cool. Yeah.
Holy cow. I'll try to make this work. But we got her. Hey, we are in the helmet here of Jeremy Burns. Man, I'm so beside myself. I've been waiting on this one.
You're always springing surprises on us.
All right, let's go ahead and get us back live here. Back on the track, rotating around where Justice Murphy's now brought in Robert Roeder by almost half a second now. So the 12 All About Bugs Chevrolet kind of starting to make up the distance, and I just don't know. Nick Alves is down by 3.5 seconds. Travis Gilbert, talk about pulling his race out after an early wreck.
There you go.
All right. And Caleb Gilbert, not related, 5th place. Alex Brube sitting 6th, Jeremy Burns in 9th, Dylan Smoot top 10. So far, so good. Some of the other guys are dropping off here a little bit. Parker Johnston back here, Tay McDonald, and these guys I think are praying for a caution, try to reel everybody back in, put a new set of tires on and try again. Everybody so far has pit on lap 59 except Parker. Parker had to come back down lap 61.
And Erhardt's still 24 seconds down, so he's not making much in the way of gains on the leaders at this point.
Yeah, it says Tay McDonald may have had a problem back on lap 81. Let's see if we can take a quick look and see what happened here. Whoa.
Yep. Oh, still. Oh, beautiful. Locked it up. Nicely done.
All right. Get back. I think Michael Bennett, Grant Thorpe, talk about falling off the pace here. So Grant Thorpe pushing his tires early, and now it's starting to cost him. Thomas S. out there. Will Trevor be able to come back? It may be possible. Trevor still holding 16th for him. Right now he's a good ways off the lead. He's got to make up a bunch of time here. Oh, I think still about 25 seconds.
Yeah, and I appreciate C. Fletch out there saying, look, we got 35 people watching us on YouTube and only 8 thumbs up. We can do a little better than that.
That's all right, Gabe. If not the thumbs up, hit that bell, subscribe, and that way you can watch all the racing that I put on. I think I'm up to 5 days. I think I'm up to 5 days now.
Yeah, I think you hardly have any days off or whatever. Yeah.
All right. I know you and I will be joining together on the big show this upcoming Sunday.
Yes.
For the Daytona 500. They're starting off there. Everybody getting started up for the new stuff. But starting on the new stuff right now, White Brother Roeder is hoping he had some new tires right now.
Look at
on
that.
59, 30 laps ago he had tires on it, and now Justice Murphy has reeled him in from an almost impossible distance. But it is possible. Justice Murphy made sure to show us that, as he's now trying to reel in Roeder.
Yeah, trying. He is reeling in Roeder from a 1.5 seconds to now just a 0.25.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, Roeder is trying to stay in front of him here. Is trying to stay in front of him out there in the chat. Terry saying, Never pulled so hard for a caution, and you shall receive one, sir. Congratulations.
There you
called
go.
it, as I believe we have on the inside. I think that is Parker Johnston that has spun out here.
Ah, not again.
Yeah.
He must have just come out with the fresh tires. Oh,
Well,
that looks
Parker-
like a broken toe link with that that funny steering.
Yeah, or he's yanking it around to see how it handles. Something might be wrong here.
Oh,
We may have a dead spot right now. Parker Johnson did pit on lap 61. Like I said, only 2 laps behind the rest of these guys. Everybody coming down pit road now. And
okay.
yeah, he's gonna be kind of right now. Trevor Erhardt has got to be the happy as a clam right now, because this was his luck. But let's go ahead and take a look. We'll watch these guys coming down pit here real quick, because I'm nervous who decides to take different tires and who doesn't. This should be
Okay.
pretty interesting. We'll stay up here with the guys who were in the lead. Oh, yeah. I can't imagine somebody taking right sides at this point. But talking about changing it up. Look at the 21 here. He finally comes down, now hitting his pit box. That's how far he was behind.
Yeah. Now you mean taking only right sides?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Well,
What'd I say?
you said I can't imagine anybody taking right sides.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like-
only taking right sides. All right. So right
like
now.
I wouldn't just take left sides.
All right, let's see let me see if we can find out what happened to Parker here. We'll be right back. Everybody, this one should be a quick one. Taking a look at the top side here at Parker. Let's see what happens here in the number 48. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep, and just kind of sent himself on around there. Wonder if his tires are just wearing out on me. Had enough. Not quite sure.
But again, why the caution?
Right. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. You wouldn't think that would bring out a caution there.
No. No, I think Trevor slipped him an extra gallon of gas to do that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. All right, bringing this one back live. Roeder in the front. Travis Gilbert sitting second. Nick Alves is third. Caleb Gilbert fourth. And Michael Bennett sitting fifth. I believe that is Matthew Robinson, who is in front of him.
Thank
in
you.
the number 1 Kubota car.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's a lap down right now, and I think he's trying to get back on the lead lap, but he's got about 10 more of those to get under him, so that should only put him 9 down as he gets the wave around here. Do want to give a shout out to our main sponsor, Chapman Environmental Services. Stella, you do it a heck of a lot better than me. Give it to me.
Oh, yes, because I can say that Chapman provides integrated environmental management and consulting services, and that includes broad spectrum regulatory compliance, permitting, field sampling, and lots more. So if you need any of these services, call, or I should say visit, chapmanes.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not better than you.
That's all right. That's all right. You did a great job. That's going to bring us to our next green flag here. You see the pace car is off. It takes a little bit to get there, though. So give it just a moment. They're going to get underway here. And this should be a good run here to the end. I would probably say maybe a green flag stop, but now I don't know. Nick Alves right now in the best position he could hope for, sitting behind Roeder here. Caleb Gilbert staying on the top, and you see how Caleb Gilbert lost a bunch of speed here. Now is jammed up. Oh, we might see the next one. Travis Gilbert and Caleb side by side, and definitely talking to each other, saying, "Don't do that." All right, Ted Record says that's Trevor's teammate, by the way. Yeah, well, we're starting to think something. What you were saying out there earlier, he may be the Armory, but we'll see. We'll see. Roeder now getting scampered away here. Travis Gilbert and Nick Alves going to have at it. And Alex Berube, you see him send that thing in there? Fifth
Yes.
place for him. So normally when we see this, Berube starts turning into
Yes.
turning into a dart here. So let's see how he does. See if Berube can keep it clean. Jeremy Burns there battling with Dylan Smoot. Smoot in 7th. Jeremy Burns off the table. Yeah, good turn there. So let's see.
Yes.
And yeah, you see how Kevin Orlando back here with Grant Thorpe. Grant Thorpe has now been bumped out of the top 10.
Totally.
Plenty of battles out here on the track. Travis Gilbert just knocked down the fastest lap of his night with a 27:56.
Nice.
That's actually the fastest out of the entire field. So wherever it just came, he just woke up, 17 positions up, sitting second. He may want to prove something after Darlington. What he's got here.
Yeah, because I think these two gentlemen in 1 and 2 were really, really close together at the end of Darlington.
Close is an understatement if you were talking about folding each other's panels there with a couple of lap to go. Close, we'll see. Alex Berube was 5th, now 4th. Looking for 3rd here. Nick Alves may be under fire. If I were Nick Alves, we might want to wait the 19 out here just a moment. I think these two might be, don't take my word, I think these two next season might be teammates.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see. Out there in the, they say Alex normally runs clean in another league. He runs. Yes, I think what just happens, I'm not saying Alex Berube is a mess. What I'm saying is he ends up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it causes the wrong outcome. And it's just, that's all I'm saying is Berube, he'll send it in there. He'll make, his car will fit, but I don't think people notice he's there. And then they end up getting all bent to pieces. So Alex Berube now on the inside, Nick Alves. Alves' spotter says, hey, there he is. Around they go.
Yeah, perhaps he should change to another color so that guys see him coming. Because I agree. He will come down and just pass somebody like they're standing still, and I don't know if their spotter has a chance to say, don't come down, there's somebody there. But by the time that happens, we got 5-6 people into it.
All right, Berube in the 3rd. I don't know what color you think they should paint him. He's red and white.
I know, but man, I don't know. Lime
Not everybody
green?
can be the yellow of Kevin Orlando in the 27.
Well, we don't have a lime green car out here.
Yes, we do.
Where?
Blake Cook.
Oh, shoot.
Come on, you. Blake Cook now running the 14th. Now, Justice Murphy. I have got to figure out what is going on with Justice Murphy here. How in the world does he run down Robert Roeder and
now he's down in 12th.
Right, ends up 12th. The only
How
thing
did he do in the pit?
Yeah, the only thing I can assume, he ended up 4 tires, 14-second pit stall time.
Okay.
All I can figure is Justice Murphy has Denny Hamlin's pit crew. Because whenever he goes in, he loses half the field and spends the rest of his day battling back to the front. This is just disgusting right now. His driving is great. He's not making questionable moves. He's not hammering people. But the battle up front, this is just getting harder and harder and harder for Justice Murphy to try to squeak out a win here when he's running out of room or time. But talk about running out of room. Tay McDonald's squeezing him down there on the bottom. And Justice Murphy, you kind of look at that 73 Echo Fasteners machine going, hey, buddy, you better watch it.
Yeah. I'm driving here.
Oh, yeah. Taking a look at it, they're saying Justice Murphy may have overdriven his pit stall. Justice Murphy, I do see his pit lane time was about 0.40, so he may have slung past. Trevor Erhardt, I thought, did the same with 0.38, but Trevor Erhardt now 10th position. So still within striking distance as we are coming up with about 41 laps to go.
Wow. Yeah, from 24 seconds back to 10th position, that's rocking and rolling.
Where is my math? 51 laps to go. Good Lord. I think this one's getting to me here because I think I was concentrating there on the numbers of Travis Gilbert and Robert Roeder here in the front. And I think Travis Gilbert's going to get him here. Oh, yeah, he's going for it. Absolutely not. Travis Gilbert is tired of watching Roeder lead this one. Roeder now going to start figuring out he should pick up the pace as you see Berube sliding out of the turn. Roeder puts a little more. Oh! Oh, man. Hats off right now.
Yep.
To Travis Gilbert. for checking up on that one. Thomas, you're RC for the league now? This guy, why are you not messaging me via Discord? You are the man I want to talk to all the time. The RC for the league upcoming season. Thomas, appreciate you out there in the chat, keeping an eye on this run here, man. Definitely great to see you.
Yeah, we could use some inside info, you know?
Oh, yeah. All right, so talk to me a little bit there. Was Trevor Erhardt the black flag? Was it for changing lanes? Because from our angle, that's what it looked like he getting him the drive-through here and setting Trevor Erhardt really back to the 19th century. But we'll see on his response. Roeder now leading it, and you see where Travis Gilbert, it looked like he got a little cut off there by the 53 Ford. Now Travis is going to have to backpedal, try again as he's now off by a second. Berube is going to try to see if he can use a little bit of draft to reel him in. Nick Alves sitting fourth, and Michael Bennett in the fifth position. Not too bad here by all our drivers out there so far.
Bringing up sixth is Jeremy Burns, back out of the teens. And Caleb is in seventh, followed by one of our newcomers, Smoot, in the 92 car.
Oh, yeah. Dylan Smoot in the Taco Bell. I believe my wife brought home Taco Bell today.
Lucky you.
Yes, out there. Thomas is saying, yes, it was for changing lanes. So, Stella, there you go. Another win for you. So, right now, you and Terry out there are doing really, really well here tonight. I don't even know. What am I even doing here?
Oh, making it worth watching.
All right. Let's rotate up to somebody who's worth watching here. Jeremy Burns looks like he's trying to stay in front of Caleb Gilbert here. Gilbert's starting to reel him in. Now, Caleb Gilbert did start back there in 17th position. He's up 10 positions now. He's still moving around. Alex Brube's moved up 11th. Biggest mover of the race would be Travis Gilbert in the 341 Vet2Track Ford, who's sitting second, still holding off by that 1 second margin off of Robert Roeder. Now, I probably would say Travis has got to be a little upset. For that cutoff there, but we got another pit stop here, and you don't want him to get too far away from you if this ends up being a green flag stop. So far, I haven't seen any green flag stops yet. we have a caution right before everybody needs to pit. But allowing people to end up with some time. But Parker Johnston, you couldn't ask for a better timed caution. So I would say want to give Parker Johnston a shout out there for end up making the round of 12 with his Road America win.
Yes.
I think that was a big upset for Mr.
Justice
Murphy. But they are fortunately able to bounce back.
And that was another pit stall disaster for Mr. Justice Murphy.
Yep.
And he had that race pretty much in the basket, and had a mishap in the pits.
Oh yeah. Well, let's stick along here with Trevor Erhardt for just a little bit, as he is just kind of head down, charging forward right now, trying to see if he can bring back this race. The concentration level's got to be off the hook right now, as he is now back up to 8th. So far so good here out of Trevor Erhardt and the 21 Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet.
Oh, we have a caution.
Oh boy, yeah. You see that sigh of relief? Okay. So now he'll be able to clump them all together, and I would say Trevor Erhardt now starting in the top 10. This is
a horse race.
This is relieving for him. Right now, he is now going to be once within striking distance. So far, he hasn't been able to see the lead yet. I mean, right now, even under caution, 5 seconds off. I mean, he was 8.5 seconds behind. Now he's going to be able to look out there, point his finger, and say, "I see you. Now I see you." So now, being one of the faster guys, I would probably expect in the next 20 laps or so, we're going to see Trevor Erhardt drive the tires off that Chevrolet and really hammer Roeder here in the front.
Boy, and everybody came in except for Parker?
I believe so, yes. Parker decided to stay out. I think he is trying to get his lap back. I believe he's only 1 lap down.
Yes.
Yes, Matthew Robinson has taken it to the garage. So that leaves us 16 drivers, and I believe all 16 will be on the lead lap.
Okay.
All right, let's see if the dismal Justice Murphy pit stop here, and let's see what happens. Looks like he got in there right this time.
See? Still gets me.
Gotta love iRacing. Justin Murphy trying to get back up to speed. Looks like he's going to pop out 13th here. So not able to gain any positions, and I can't say he did or didn't. The only one who had a little bit of an extended pit stop time was
Erhardt.
Travis Gilbert.
But Erhardt came out in 11th.
Yeah, he did drop down 14.73 for him, but it looks like he overshot his box again.
Oh,
Yep.
Foo.
Cost him another half a second. Travis Gilbert had an 18.5-second pit stop.
I wonder why.
All right, let's see if we can pop this up.
Oh, look at you go.
So that should be
Okay.
about the times everybody is pit out there. And
That
what,
does not help me.
yeah, what is happening? Here's your pit stop time. Boom.
But I got a Gilbert and a Gilbert.
The one in 6th would be Travis. One in 7th is Caleb.
Thank you.
Come on. I can't program at all.
No. I'm just looking and I'm trying to figure out, you are the master of the graphs.
Now, all right, let's get back up front here. They're double wide. I see the lights are still on. I don't know if they had to extend the caution. I thought they would have been green this time around. So the pace car light should be off this time.
Sorry. We are currently looking out of Robert Rader's side panel. Berube, you don't need to draft yet.
Oh, yes, he does. Because right now, the restart is all dependent on what Roeder does. Berube may be able to get the same jump, undercut Jeremy Burns here, and Nick Alves, and be able to slide in front. Remember, that Rookie of the Year is still on the line. I know we all have our eyeballs on everybody in the blue, but per Rookie of the Year, Berube and Burns are the ones up for grabs, and they are side by side. So,
In 3 and 4, you
yeah,
bet.
so this is still going to be a good run here. Let's see how it goes. Jeremy Burns can make a bad move here, end up at the back of the pack, and that may give Berube the shot here. Oh, Berube, not enough there. His Toyota, a little wheel spin right off the start. Alves trying to see if he can hold second place from Alves, who makes the cut. Oh, Berube, high side. Talk about Burns checking up there.
Yep, that was a nice move.
Yeah, Berube trying to see if he can keep some space here. We keep our eyes on Roeder, but he's already pulled away a good bit over top of the rest of the field. Fresh air obviously working.
The interesting part, though, was Berube took the dog leg down and Burns did not, but yet Berube ended up against the wall.
Yeah, I think he had a little more than he bit off a little more than he could chew, getting back onto the racing surface. Let's rotate back here to Trevor Erhardt. Now is we saw his pit stop time, now 8th position for him. Outside, he's going to overtake Michael Bennett here. Bennett, Team BDE, is going to allow him to go by. And now Trevor Smoot will be the next one in line. Trevor Erhardt rotates to the top, cuts down. Let's see if he can get a little turn exit speed. He does. Crosses him up, down on the bottom. Ooh! Oh, Smoot!
He took the air out of him. Oh!
Smoot is around.
Yep.
Holy cow. Yes, took the air out from underneath of him and bringing out a 6th caution. That says 7. One of them was scheduled.
Yes.
Wow, we saw that one happen. Dylan Smoot. Let's take another look
enough.
at it here. Oh, man. Let's yeah, as Trevor Erhardt got right behind him there, that definitely loosened his car up and sent him on the way around. Man, how unfortunate, but still great race out of Dylan Smoot all night tonight, and this is the first time you make a mistake. So, not too bad. Let's take a look at it top side, how this ended up happening. right here, Stella, like you were talking, right there behind him. You see how he ends up with no downforce? Now he's got a bunch of downforce and then no downforce again. Whoop.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah, talk about Trevor Erhardt there, watching that all happen.
And just thinking, run away.
Yeah, I would question here on this one, taking a look at it. What were the actions that Trevor Erhardt had when he was, when that was happening in front of him here? I got to know. Let's take a look on the inside and kind of see, kind of how the wheel looks as we're taking the ride along with him. Yeah, there's a little more steering there.
All he's hoping is that he doesn't bounce off the wall and come back, but he stayed very clean, stayed up high, and didn't try to, get his place back. So.
All right, Smoot is down pit road now. Coming back live. Dylan Smoot down pit. Parker Johnston is down pit again. He may be in for some extended repairs out there. I know he's been having some trouble. Yeah, he's got some damage on the right front of that machine. So, now we're going to...
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just reading the chat out here. Matt Robinson was saying his wheel was kind of jacked to the right, so he didn't want to bring out any further cautions. So that's why he went ahead and took it to the garage. And he's rooting for Nick. And thank you very much, Thomas, for the compliment on the great broadcast.
We try our best here. And yeah, Matt Robinson, hate to see it for you, but I know your new team is not going to take that. You better be pretty consistent here because the points will matter via the teams next season.
Yikes.
Yeah, so we definitely got to keep a roll out there. He's rooting on Nick Alves. Nick Alves has a tall order here. Raider definitely got him on the jump start on that run. And interesting to see Raider so low. I wonder if there's a little mind game here on that one. Saving fuel.
Yeah.
Hanging back.
I'm also looking at Grant Thorpe sitting in the pits. Oh, he's out now. Sorry. Just kind of last minute out there.
All right, Grant Thorpe did come down 123, came down as well as Tay McDonald. Both these guys decide to come down and get some tires. This may be a good call of the race. They would have to survive 32 laps, maybe 30 once we go green.
Okay. There you go. Warm them up a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying their best out here when they get lined up. So
you don't think he could have possibly missed clicking his fuel?
Oh, he's the fuel calculator. Are you kidding?
No, Raider.
Oh.
Why he's hanging so low and clutching it?
He may be trying to hang out front. You know what I mean? Once he's out there and he's leading, all that fresh air, more fuel, and then he's burning it off. So he may be trying to save a little more, saying, because he knows he wants to stay into the lead. Okay. So he may be trying to save a little more rather than dial back, end up in a draft position, and pitting with everybody else.
Okay.
Let's see how Raider does on this next restart. We're waiting for the blue Geico restart zone out there, and we'll be back underway. Guys, if you're looking to join the Racing Revolution League, you can go to simtrackbroadcasting.com. We've got all the links to every show and things we do out there for every league. You can find us there, simtrackbroadcasting.com. Got it spelled out for you. That way, it's not that hard. And then we can go ahead and give it a good shot there, and you can line up here for the Racing Revolution League if you think you've got what it takes. Travis Gilbert, look at this. Caleb, no! Caleb Gilbert breaking loose. Jeremy Burns gets it. Oh, what in the world?
There goes Justice.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Now, if somebody out there could explain to me why in the world on this restart did we decide to go 4 and 5 wide, I want to know. Out there in the chat, let me know. Robinson, we'll take it from you first. Let me know. Daryl, out there in the chat, I'll answer your question real quick. Raider ended up 7th position. I don't think he is able to merge to the outside lane in time.
Okay.
buddy, let's get back to this one. Top side, we're actually going to start from this position here where we saw Caleb Gilbert starting to spin out a little bit. Definitely heat cycling those tires. That's what's going to cause that. Let's take a look at it. What ends up happening? Caleb Gilbert rotates back up. And looks like he almost clips Jeremy Burns. Jeremy Burns is able to get away from it here. And here's what gets me. Tay McDonald's on fresh tires right now. Sends it to the inside. And the two of these guys connect. And I mean, this is... Blake Cook, I think he sees it out of the netting. Rotates up. Grant Thorpe doesn't know. Boy, how did Blake Cook get out of that one?
I don't know. You know, this is the second time I've seen him run through a wreck. There was another race where it was just amazing. I guess iRacing had said that the damaged car was so damaged he was no longer there. And I watched him run right through a car, and it was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a nasty one here. I'm not 100% sure why they end up doing that. Oh, come on, Terry. Don't get all smart. Because they were 5 wide. No, it shouldn't have been. Definitely shouldn't have been for that. You know, you seen why they were doing that. I think we had new guys on tires in the back. We had guys on older tires trying to hang out a little longer. Justice Murphy's coming down pit road now. Hopefully he's able to recover here. Definitely want to take tires. Good idea. So Justice Murphy hitting that box on time. Let's get back to the front where it looks like Alex Berube was able to take over Nick Alves on that front run.
But again, we have all 4 of our contenders in the top 10.
Yeah, Caleb Gilbert may have to figure out how to straighten out that race car a little bit before he tries to launch it again. That was definitely a nasty start last time. But this is only helping some of these guys who are trying to stretch it on fuel. But out there, Daryl, you said you missed the response. Remember, Raiders started back in 7th position. So he is unable to get to the outside line in a matter of that many boxes. So he just kind of pulls out and exits from there. I believe it's 10th back, has to squeeze out via the outside line. Unknown here at Pheonix. I know what you're saying is you're kind of keeping an eye, making sure he's not cutting that pit road. I don't blame you. Not one bit, but we're taking a look at kind of some of these guys up here and the scrutiny, what happens from here on out. That's why our wonderful Thomas out there in the chat, he will be our RC for the next round. So, Daryl, if you think you're being wrongly done, we'll have an live RC, eyeballs on you every race, and that way we can try to keep everything under control. But speaking of under control, Caleb's going to try his best. I know Tay McDonald and Justice Murphy may have it out, but take a look who's sitting right now in that 5th position.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so on the move. That caution just is only aiding Trevor Erhardt for switching lanes. Now he's not going to have a problem here. You expect him to duck off during this dogleg and shoot the gap. Heading into this next turn, and Alves is going to have to either block or hang up high, and this could be another 3-wide condition hanging in on this one. Raider gets the takeoff. There it is. Oh, Erhardt on the bottom. Erhardt's going to come back up. Berube. All right, Berube tucks on out, but it looks like once again we're smashing him up back here in the back.
Yeah.
Tay McDonald full send.
Come on.
Holy cow. Well, Tay McDonald has a leg up on everybody right now as he's got a fresh set of tires since lap 127. So let's see how that works out for him. Jeremy Burns now in 8th. Watching Alex Berube sitting 4th, who's in front of him. Definitely good mashup here. Let's see, while he's in a whole bunch of traffic with 25 laps left to go, we'll give him one more helmet cam and see what it looks like. Yeah, and you see the pressure that Grant Thorpe is putting on him there in that rearview mirror.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely want to keep your eyeballs forward, but there's the duck off. Now you see how you lose him in the netting? And then here comes Caleb Gilbert back up onto the track. So definitely interesting to see, and good to see actually from this angle exactly what is happening here.
Oh, I'm seeing something happening in his rear view.
Yeah,
oh, they're
looks like they're
spinning
wrecking.
out.
Looks like they're wrecking. Looks like
You
they're
know,
wrecking.
in 2020, the record was set for the number of cautions in this race at 12.
Mm.
Let's not go there, guys.
Well, this being the final run of the season, can't blame him. We'll also watch this. Who's 1 and 2?
Oh my!
Let's cut to caution break here in just a second while we watch guys starting to change up the pits here a little bit. Trevor Erhardt and Berube coming down, and I think Team BDE is all coming down. So we'll be right back after the caution. We'll try to find out what happened to Dylan Smoot.
But Roeder and Alves.
But it should be a quick one. I know some trouble's being had out there on the track. 73 machine of Tay McDonald looks like he may have gotten another run here on the inside. I think him and Dylan Smoot might hook right here.
Oh.
Yeah, Smoot gets turned around. Remember, we were riding with Jeremy Burns, who was up there, and that's where you saw Tay McDonald entering pit lane. Whoa.
Oh.
Why'd Smoot turn again?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Time for that rewind button. Let's take another look at it.
I was admiring
he's trying to come back. Dang. Chris Schaefer gets it. I'll tell you what, Chris Schaefer with Inferno Motorsports is getting hammered around a bunch here tonight.
I think they're all just wanting a nice closer look at his pretty car.
I guess. All right, let's go ahead and get back up to the front here. Sean Lattin is unable to make it out here. Hopefully, Sean Lattin, if you are out there, go ahead and check in, because right now this race may be, like Terry is saying out there, won or lost on pit strategy. Trevor Erhardt has decided on lap 134 to come down and pit.
That was scary. I saw him come in, and Alves and Roeder stayed out, and I was really surprised.
Yeah, this is interesting. Roeder, Travis Gilbert, Nick Alves, and Michael Bennett did not pit. Everybody else may have had think about something else. The human fuel calculator, Grant Thorpe, did not pit, but he pit on lap 123 during another one of the cautions, and then one of the cautions that Justice Murphy was in, he pit on 128. These guys might have enough fuel to make it, and Roeder might not.
But considering, take a look at where Justice Murphy is back up. I mean, he is right in the thick of it again.
Yep. He's got a lot of things going his way, even though things haven't been going his way. So Justice Murphy feeling pretty upset here. Not quite sure what he's going to do to kind of get back up to the front. But now, if Justice Murphy has been tire saving, this might be his chance to sling around here. And get his way back to the front. I'm interested to see what he decides to do to get up there.
Yeah, at this point, we've seen most everyone except for Robert driving.
Oh, we don't need to see Rob. Rob's doing a great job.
Okay.
Every time I put somebody on the camera, they wreck. All right, well, let's go ahead and do it, Roeder. No cats for him here tonight. He's going to definitely keep them put away, because he's got 20 laps to stay in the lead. He's expecting another caution here because he did not pit. We'll see what Robert Roeder's got here. Restarting away. Oh, Travis Gilbert might have crossed that line early. Oh,
it did look like it.
Oh, no. We'll see. I do want to rotate back here a little bit. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to be.
Yeah.
This is Darlington, and this was earlier in the race. Here we go. So Travis Gilbert, let's see if he can mind his P's and Q's. Contact. Travis is into the wall. Wow.
Okay.
Wow, Chris Schaefer, we saw him earlier in the 3 wide. Now he's going to be even closer. Oh, no.
Look at them all.
Look at Trevor Erhardt. Look at Erhardt shooting the gap.
Nice.
He is now up to 7th, following along Justice Murphy, who's hanging out 6th. Ooh, Gilbert into the wall. The woes continue. We'll definitely expect to see Gilbert in the wall a couple more times here, and that's only because he made contact with the wall earlier.
Ooh, Jeremy Burns is playing a little bit of pinball back there.
Yeah,
as they
maybe
went
4
3 wide.
Yeah, maybe 4 wide if we see Kevin Orlando pick up any more speed. Caleb Gilbert into the side of Jeremy Burns there as they come back onto the track. Blake Cook making contact here with Chris Schaefer.
Blake. Oh, my.
Yeah, definitely a lot of trouble here out of everybody on the track. All right, that's enough of Rob.
Yep.
Let's get him off there. We got too much other trouble out here.
Give me more cars. More cars.
All right, let's move up to back to the front. See now some of these other guys. Travis Gilbert has now fallen down to 7th. So interesting to see how this one ended up earlier in that run after the restart.
But 1, 2, and 3, Roeder, Alves, Erhardt.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see here, and we'll see what all this comes for here. I do want to take a peek. Let's see what happened top side here when these guys ended up passing. I do want to take a look here because I knew something had happened. These two had made contact, and I don't know if it was netcode, but it looked like they had a peek here.
Small exchange of pleasantries so far.
Yeah, I think it was this.
And then that.
Alrighty, well, let's just say we're not taking win for losing here. Travis Gilbert is around, caution's out. Talk about coming right back at the wrong time there. Yuck. Now, you wouldn't have figured that brought out a yellow flag, but
Again.
it did.
Yeah.
Good Lord. This is starting to be caution-filled here.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Clean it
well,
up.
The only
Settle
person this
down.
is helping right now is the guys who have yet to pit.
Ah.
So that is definitely helping them out. Let's take a look at it top side here. Of what happens. The Gilberts side by side, Kevin Orlando on the top. But Caleb.
Oh, yep. Oh.
Gets Kevin Orlando. Berube.
Oh. Crunch. Oh, yes. And Taco Bell for dessert. Sorry.
Looks like everybody survived out of that one. Good. Wow. Wow. All right, so some of our drivers out there, what happens now may be the make or break of the race. Alves, Thorpe, Berube, Caleb Gilbert, Schaefer, Travis Gilbert are in pit. Mr. Roeder has yet to join.
No kidding.
All right, Daryl, go ahead and give it to me. Tell me, and Ted Reckett, you guys tell me, where's Grip Hack 101 here? Has he got a fuel hack this time? Oh, Roeder, man. Roeder. He's up in the front here.
Boy, I don't know if I guess Alves absolutely needed it, but this was not the time I would have gone in.
Well, Alves definitely may have been running out of fuel, and Roeder may have to be doing something. He may have been clutching it this whole time, trying to see if he could stretch it, but this will be the longest stint to make it. I don't know
remember
if
he was running so low, and I kind of call it clutching in the corners to save gas. Wow, if that's the case here, that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be. Hopefully, he doesn't John Fike it here and run out of fuel. I mean, Fike won the stage at Daytona and then ran out of fuel right as he was trying to get back in the pit.
Yep.
No. All right. Nick Alves, the fuel calculator behind him. Grant Thorpe, Caleb, and Travis Gilbert here in the back. Wow. Right now, from what I'm looking at, 10th on back. All the way to Alex Berube. Came down pit. On lap 144. 10 to go at the line. Erhardt pit on 134.
If you're listening, guys, remember those are cold tires, and you've got a colder track. Let's maintain some cool, calm.
Yeah, but this would be mind-blowing if Roeder can pull this out. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, everybody out there and out there saying old tires versus new tires. He's on old tires. He says sus.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll see. Roeder is going to have to get an awesome restart here. But the pace car, another lap, right? Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here.
I don't know. If
Yeah,
so,
right.
it's the second time.
Well, another caution lap down. Like I said, this helps the 53 Ford.
Yes, it does.
Right now, fuel. Let's see. And this is gutsy. This is gutsy right here. I am. If he, this could be all on fuel. Trevor's had his chance to own the track. Roeder's been owning the track. So Roeder pit on 115. Trevor Erhardt on 134.
Ooh.
Justice Murphy 128. Michael Bennett on 115. So right now, 4-Star Industries is now out. And so far I see most of BDE sitting 1 through 5.
Yes.
So this is not looking good as Roeder is now to be fly on the wall here. It's not looking good. Let's see how he gets going here on that restart. Perfect start.
Going well.
He's going to get the separation. Now what happens from here? Good separation. Justice Murphy in front. Trevor Erhardt following along. 9 to go here on this. Oh my gosh, this is going to be insane. If Roeder can stretch this out.
If Roeder can stretch this out, I think he needs to do a Polish victory lap.
Who did that? Start with a K.
Yeah, Kulwicki. Alan Kulwicki. It's here where he started doing that. It was like his first win, and it was here at Pheonix, and that's when he did his first one going backwards, going clockwise on the track. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and he called it that. I'm not calling it that. So.
All right. Trevor Erhardt was on the pole here in this race. Right now, kind of falling off a little bit. Roeder's now pulling away by half a second over Justice Murphy. But Murphy, we've been able to run him down. It could be the chance. If Murphy wins it, and Roeder's still in second, Roeder's still going to win the championship here. But we are coming up with only about 6 laps left to go. And this is just... Oh, Erhardt doing everything to hold it. Here we go. Here's 4-Star Industries showing up. Kevin Orlando is out of the playoff run. He is back in the saddle. Here we go. Now alongside of Trevor Erhardt, making him run the higher line he doesn't want to be. And Erhardt may be watching the wind slip away.
Wow.
Wow is right. Erhardt did have a 17-second pit stop time, so we know we got tires, but it is not paying off right now. 5 to go. And to beat all odds, you want to talk about something here as Roeder looking back at the field here. This is something. Erhardt ended up with a drive-through, got that caution, able to get back on. Now, I would question if Erhardt hadn't gotten the drive-through, would this be different here? Oh, Kevin Orlando's around. Nope.
Yep. I think he kind of got rid of that troublesome blocker he had.
Saves it.
Yep.
All right. Now, for the next 4-Star Industry, Nick Alves now going to try to take it up. Team BDE of Michael Bennett behind him here. Alex Brube sitting 6th. Jeremy Burns down to 11th.
That's going to be interesting as far as our Rookie of the Year points. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. It'll be fun for whoever's doing the standings, because you better have them ready by the time we're interviewing.
Yeah, we'll definitely see here. Admin team is going to be on it.
All right.
Right now, Roeder leading this one here. 2 laps left to go.
Yeah, but he's almost 2 seconds ahead of the next contender.
Yes. Well, I'm still questioning fuel. He could get out here and stall. And right now, the way we're seeing Roeder drive here, now starting to really look how he's leaning in. Now almost 0.8 of a second over top of Justice Murphy. He is getting it done. White flag this time by. Here it is. Roeder now staying out front. He still has the chance to run out of fuel, but we'll see. I think he's got just enough to make it. Holy cow, I think he's going to do it. There's the beginning of pit road. Should be one more turn left in this one. And Robert Roeder is going to be your Season 2 champion of the of the Racing Revolution League. No frickin' way. Robert Roeder wins it. The next person who was in charge was Caleb Gilbert, and it looks like something happened to Trevor, and he ended up in a wreck.
Way back, next to and yeah. I was watching that. It was like, where did he go?
Yeah, we're going to wind that back before we take Roeder sending the rest of these tires off here and figure out what happened. Oh, boy. Let's take a look at it here. Remember I said 4-Star Industries came in clutch?
No. I'm gonna say that wasn't called for. I'm just gonna say
that was a pretty nasty spin here.
That was uncalled for. Be right back. I have somebody in the car care center.
Alrighty, hold on just a second, because we're yep. Go ahead, because I am gonna try to see if I can find Chris Schaefer, who ended up in another pileup later on in this run. And figure out what happened to Chris Schaefer here. Taking a look at it here, so by the side. Chris Schaefer, oh, him and Caleb Gilbert, look at that, almost do that. Same as Grant Thorpe. Boy, they tried to send it through there, didn't they? Wow. Looking like Robert Roeder trying to get on some of his celebration here. Wow, wow, wow. What a wild race this was here at the end. But I am blown away how he was able to make it here. That was insane how he was able to make it that many laps. Hit on 115. Still has enough fuel to do burnout, so apparently he had enough in the tank. Apparently, he had just enough in the tank. Now, let's take a look at our race. Roeder, Murphy, and Berube, 1, 2, and 3. Parker Johnston was 4th, Michael Bennett 5th. So it's a bunch of other guys laps down here. Yeah, talk about Parker Johnston making it back up their 4th position. Not too bad. Yeah, it looked pretty rough. Looked pretty rough. I'm
Hey there.
pretty interesting here. Stella, what you got?
Well, what I have is Justice Murphy, our 2nd place finisher. He is ready for his interview. And we will I don't know whether you would like to interview the other contenders for this evening, but I think we should probably just look at 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Got it. All right, and we'll let me try to wrap up some of these other guys, and we'll be right to it. Guys, hang out there because we're going to talk to our season winner here. That was a wild finish here, so let's cut on away, and we'll be right back. right, buddy, and we should be run down our third-place finisher here tonight, Alex Berube. Let's get a hold of Alex here. Alex Berube, talk to me here a little bit about this race. This definitely got really wild here at the end. How'd you survive?
The track was really loose at the beginning. I really struggled, especially on the long run, to get some kind of speed. But with the night coming out and track cooling down, got more grip. At the end, I had some damage from the yellow before, so I decided to pit, go take some fresh tires, and I drove up to the top 5. I definitely not wanted to wreck my team owner, my future team owner for next season at the end like that, but that's what happened.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's definitely tough. I know it was pretty close. I am fairly certain. I would probably say kind of some bad news here away from your third place. I don't think here, looking at the points wise, I don't think you got Rookie of the Year. I think Jeremy Burns might have beat you out by about 30 points here. Pretty close though, man. Definitely a wild one. What are you looking forward to in this next season?
I'm really looking forward to work with people. I've been alone this entire season, always by myself, running with people that I thought could run with me. Some were not, so I didn't know who to trust. Now I got a team with 3 other people, so I'm really looking forward to what we can do as a team, as a whole, together.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. You guys start figuring out what good setups are. You guys can practice outside of maybe normal practice. You guys can have team practice. The pit strategies can change. You can find each other out there, and then you know you've got somebody who will help you later on. But Alex, fantastic job this season, man. I'm excited to see you out here. You ended up making even the points championship. You made the round of 12. You made the round of 8, and just weren't able to get right here at the end, as those last few tracks were definitely a toughie. I can't wait to see what you got for us next season. Alex, give me your shout-outs here, bud.
Well, I want to shout out to my girlfriend watching my stream. She's the only spectator right now, so I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank my my sponsor, PC Express and Maxi, for giving me a very good environment of work. Really appreciate it. And well, I'll see you all next week, right? See, next season is next week.
Oh yeah, dude, it is on.
No rest for the Braves.
Absolutely not. Not yet. All right, Alex Berube, congratulations on your run this season. Sorry it comes to an end, but hey, look, no rest. 1 week, we'll be right back at it, and you get to go for it again. Congratulations, and we'll see you next season.
Yep, I'll keep the momentum up.
Oh yeah. All right, that'll be Alex Berube. I actually want to see if we can reel in our Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Burns. Let's see if we can grab Jeremy Burns. Jeremy Burns, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What a wild run out here tonight. Talk to me about the race. We took a ride along with you in your helmet here tonight. What'd you see?
A lot. I mean, it is definitely a whole different experience being in this thing, and the duration of that race, I got halfway through and I was like, man, the concentration that these guys have to have in real life, it's insane. But it was great, Yeah,
I would also say the concentration and this track, and why would they pick this one to be the ending? It makes you question. I think I know why, because of what you saw here tonight and how difficult it can be to pick up positions and how many different lanes there are possibility to find speed out there.
Oh yeah, and especially on the restarts, man, seeing them fan out 4 and 5 wide, I'm like, oh my god, where's everybody at? And it was crazy. And then everyone just filed back in going into 1 and 2, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like imagine being one of those drivers and just you hear everything going on, and that spotter in your ear is really crucial. And I had good old Chad Knaus in my ear tonight, so I had to thank him a lot, because I definitely could not see what was going on around me as much as I would if I was racing on a monitor.
Oh yeah, well definitely those guys dropping on off, off the table there with that dog leg and then coming back up. That's where we saw half of our problems here tonight, as we did have almost a record number of cautions, especially for the Race and Revolution League. You should be Rookie of the Year here, bud, with a 6th place finish. I know you had definitely a lead over top of Alex Berube. You did place 3rd, but I think you definitely had the lead ahead. Congratulations on that. What are you looking forward to next season?
Well, we got the Rookie of the Year this season, and well, we got another championship to chase next season. And I know we're bringing back some drivers for Team Disconnect, and where we're just really happy to get into season 3 here, and where we're going to be ring chasing for this next season. And I'm excited for it. You know, Disconnect has had my back throughout these years, and it's just one of those things, man, where I love the support, and I can't wait to show them what I can do on track with how much I've developed throughout this season, and it can only get better in year 2.
Alrighty, well, I am seeing the kind of the teams drawn in pencil out there. I know changes are still being made. I am not going to spoil it for our viewers out here where you end up, but it's looking really good for you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, Jeremy Burns, congratulations on your run here. I'm sorry you didn't make it there in the last race, but you still put on a great show, a top 10 finish here. Give me shout-outs.
Oh, I gotta shout out my family. They've supported me this whole entire season. The guys and gals of 604. Team Disconnect, you know, they gave me a great ride this entire season, and they helped me with some paint schemes. And I know some of the guys have also helped me with paint schemes. So just everyone that can, you know, contribute to this. And especially got to thank you guys, because y'all have done an incredible job all season. And I can't wait to go back and see exactly when y'all were looking through the helmet cam. But just everyone that made this possible and everyone that supports me, just I got to thank everyone. And I mean, it's just been one heck of a season. And hey, season 3 is right around the corner.
Oh,
And we thank you for giving us the opportunity to have such a new, innovative view too. That
Oh, yeah,
was
100%.
very cool.
Yeah, riding around, we saw you do a quick little head check, and I think we saw Dylan Smoot spinning out in your rearview mirror.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, so that was one time. I know we looked at you earlier in the run, but Jeremy Burns, congratulations, man! I can't wait to see what you got for coming up for season 3.
Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, Jeremy Burns, that's gonna do it for him, and I guarantee he's tired. He's had him enough. Let's try to grab one of our other drivers out there. Didn't make it here. Let's see if we can get a hold of Nick Alves. What do you think, Stella?
Sure.
All right, let's try to talk through this one here. Nick Alves, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, man. Wild run. I've been telling everybody, wild run here tonight. Some a little crazier than others. I know Ted Rekich, he's wiped out earlier in the race, and Parker Johnston, but he was able to bounce back for a 4th position. Talk to me on these. Talk to me about this race here.
Well, I guess this race lived up to its hype, you know. Final four of us really just battling out to see who's going to be the top dog, really. Trevor had to come back with some adversity earlier on in the race with that penalty that he had to serve with. I don't know if you guys knew exactly what happened, but he changed lanes for the start-finish line. Yeah, and had to do a drive-through. Lucky for him, though, he came out, and then he actually drove away from Rob with him directly behind him, so that was good for him. He caught a lucky caution. He came back, and then it was pretty fun all night, to be honest. Running up front mostly the whole night. I think the worst I was like 10th, but that was because I came in for tires at the end over there. Yeah, I knew the only reason, or the only way I would beat Rob or Trevor or Caleb really would be if I had fresher tires at the time. And I came in, got those 4 fresh Goodyears. I went out. It took me a little bit longer than I would like to have gotten through everybody. And then obviously I got to Trevor's bumper, and we already hashed this out and talked it over and stuff. But when we on acceleration on exit of 4, I got into it thinking he would be in the acceleration as soon as I was, but unfortunately I was a little bit wrong, and especially coming out of 4 with he had older tires than I did, and as if you're cranking the wheel and you get tapped from behind, even one little push, you're just spinning the thing. So I feel terrible for him. I'm not that kind of guy. He knows I'm not. I respect Trevor as a driver and as a person and as a friend to do that to him, but I hate to see it for him.
In that case, I take back all those bad things I said.
Oh no, Stella. but no. I apologize to him. He knows I wasn't doing that on purpose or anything like that. It's just one of those racing deals. And then I know Brube didn't mean to do that to me coming on the backstretch over there, which all is forgiven as well. He hit my bumper a little bit. And same thing, you tapped me a little bit, and you just send the car sideways because you're turning the wheel so much. But all in all, a great night. Glad for Rob, he deserves it. He's basically been the driver all year, so good for him to cash this one in today. Also, a great run for 4 Star Industries here. Rob, Caleb, and myself going 1, 2, 3 in the championship. So it's kind of cool to end that on a high note, and then starting fresh next year with brand new teams.
All right. What? Yeah, well, I was gonna say, because what's your lookout now? Because now that the teams are kind of all blowing apart, and teams are still written in pencil, you guys are tossing it back and forth here. What's kind of the outlook here? What are we looking for in a team, and what is the key to being successful with your team?
I think the key in the standard, I think 4 Star Industries made the standard this year. You want 4 guys that can be competitive, that can all get along, that are really good with communication, work really well on track. And I think you've seen that this year throughout all, was it 26 races that we did this year? There wasn't one race that we never not worked as a team. And you could tell all of us worked phenomenally well with each other. Um, so yeah, I think if you can have communication, teamwork, and overall just share your strategy, and you guys all like each other, that's the standard basically. But real excited for next year. Michael Bennett, Alex Berube, and Matthew Robinson. We're all going to be on the same team, Performance Motorsports. Be sure to watch for us out on track. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Oh man, I hadn't told anybody yet because I wasn't sure, but you're putting it not in pencil, in concrete. Nick Alves, congratulations, man. Look, the way I look at it, I wouldn't say Darlington was your highlight. You finally got a win, and you made it to the championship and you got to be proud of that. I was going to say, hold your head high, man. Dude, even if you didn't win this race, you made it to this point. You're the one with a blue banner on the windshield. You're a blue number in my timing tower here tonight. So we've seen you in the top 10 all night, except right here at the end. And I wasn't sure if the tire call was a good idea, but man, you've learned something for next year.
No, for sure. Like we were talking in team chat earlier, and we were all thankful to be here. Obviously, only 4 of us are fortunate enough to have a chance at this, and obviously finishing top 4, let alone 3rd place, which I ended up finishing in the championship. It's hard to do. This league's very competitive, and this year was definitely a fun year. Definitely the highlight was last week at Darlington. I drove that car as hard as I could. Tried to do the same thing tonight, but Rob was just on a different level today.
Yeah, his fuel mileage, it will be questioned, I assure you of that. Nick Alves, congratulations here tonight, man. Definitely got a lot of work to do for next season. Give me your shout-outs.
Yeah, of course. So shout out to Coastal Financial, my main sponsor. They'll be on the card next year and for years to come. Big shout out to you guys at Simtrax Racing. Simtrax Broadcasting. Well, if you guys want to want to make a racing team, come on out, right?
I like what you're thinking.
We'll sponsor the track. How's that?
It sounds perfect. But thanks to you, Patrick and Stella. You guys do an amazing job. Can't wait for what you guys can bring to the table next season for us. Big shout out to Chapman Environmental Services for being our main sponsor in the league, and also just going above and beyond, helping us out every way so we can make sure this league is fun and competitive when everything can be financially paid for. Also, Ultimate Cider and Guttering, and Butt Kicker, who is actually going to be sent over to Rob in a few weeks now.
Well, I know he's talking about raffling it off. He said he's got enough thing buzzing his brains out. So congratulations, Nick. We'll catch you next season.
Thanks, Patty. Thanks, Stella.
This guy. This guy. All right, that'll be it for Mr. Nick Alves. I want to go ahead and get to our second place finisher before I pull in Trevor first. And let's talk to Justice Murphy here a little bit, and let's see what we got going on out there. And kind of, Stella, pop up there and let Trevor know. We'll get him in just a second, if you wouldn't mind. Let me grab a hold of Justice. Justice Murphy. What in the world happened here at the end?
Oh man, it was wild. I was telling them up there, every time I was down pit road, I felt like I got a penalty because I was kind of working myself forward all night. Obviously, won the stage, but just kind of got up there once I got my track position back and was able to hold on to it, take second place. I didn't really want to insert myself like into the battle for those guys. I wanted them to be able to battle it out, but I had told them, I said, hey, if I wasn't competitive, I wouldn't be here. I want to win like everybody else. So trying to get up there and compete, do it in a clean way, and let these guys have their battles.
Yeah, it was definitely one out there, Justice. I'm really impressed to see that the All About Bugs 12 Chevrolet getting in the front. You were kind of tossing around there with Roeder a good bit, and we saw you get the lead for about half a lap, and then he came back and got you. And I would say there, Justice, it's I hate to see you get knocked out there of the round 8. Too bad you weren't 4. What is the outlook heading into the next season?
Super positive, man. Got 3 good teammates coming with me, with Brandon Richardson, Jacob Sirkovich, and then we got a new guy to the league, Wayne Lowe. I think you saw last week at Darlington. So we're gonna go have some fun with it, try to get us all 4 in the playoffs, see if we can battle for the team title. And I think that's a very, very realistic goal for us. I think we all have wins, available out there. We just got to go put in the work. But hopefully next week or next season, I'm here in Phoenix talking to you for a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I would probably guess, Justice, if you could stop getting faced in the field the wrong way, I think I would agree. I would agree with you, man. It's just every single time it's Justice has a chance. And he's in the wall. What can we do to combat that? Do we give coaching lessons on how to use the spotter or turning it on or just trying to be fast and keep clean air?
Just trying to keep clean air, man. Some of it admittedly was self-inflicted. Trying to kind of tame some of that back and realizing, hey, just because you have the fastest car sometimes or you're good there doesn't mean that you have to be up there all the time. Kind of do it methodically, work your way there. Try not to make any enemies along the way, which kind of didn't help me for a little bit this season. But, just everything you can to keep the car forward. But, a lot of the responsibility falls on myself to do that. So still working to improve on that. But like I said, I think we have a good All About Bugs Chevrolet. We've got a new paint scheme coming up for next week. So we'll let it debut and have a little fun with it.
Ooh, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for that. And I knew the Hollywood theme one still gets me. I can't let that one go.
Hey, we'll find something fun to do for that one again this year.
I demand such things. Justice Murphy, fantastic job, man. Hopefully we'll see you on the next round, man. Go ahead and give me your shout outs here.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you guys at SimTrax, man. Great season. It's great having you guys as a partner. You guys be here every week and putting in the work. Of course, Chapman Environmentals, Ultimate Siding and Guttering, Butt Kicker, all these sponsors that we've had, all of our individual race sponsors, all the guys in the league have really stepped up and done that. And then, of course, the All About Bugs Chevrolet, week in, week out, getting out there and getting on the car, get some exposure. So we love to see it. But hopefully continue that momentum in the next season and get excited for the things we have coming. I think we have some things that y'all are going to love.
I gotta find you without your bugs.
I'll have some more bugs on the new car. So it'll be
okay.
Fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's going to be bugging everybody else out there. Justice Murphy in the number 12. Congratulations, and see you next season.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Stella.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go. There's a Patrick. A little professionalism out there. All right. I got a couple more people here to talk to. Let's talk to Trevor. Let's talk to Trevor next, and then we'll get Caleb here. Let's grab a hold of the number 21, Trevor Erhardt. Trevor, talk to me here about these last few laps. I know it's probably a sore spot, but let's go ahead and get it over with.
I'm over it now. It's a little bit upset with Nick, but he and I talked it out real quick. And I mean, it is what it is. I was on some little bit older tires than he was. He's got to do what he's got to do. I've got to do what I've got to do. It's a racing thing, man. At the end of the day, we all told each other, no matter what happens, we're going to be mad in the moment. But at the end of the day, we're all friends. We're all here to have fun. And I mean, I can't blame Nick. I put myself in stupid situations all night long. And when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And I was the absolute winner of those stupid prizes tonight.
Well, I know one bad pit stop. I know the change on the restart. We looked at it at Chopper View and said, "Oh no!" And Stella caught it. I thought you may have jumped, but you didn't jump. No, it was the lane change. It was really close the first time. The second time it got you, man. Was it just heartbreaking for you when that call came through?
No, because I knew it the right when they said it. It's just part of trying to be as aggressive as you can. I felt like I had something for Rob, especially on the long run. I know Justice was faster than both of us, but I didn't want to let Rob get away. I wanted to stay within about a half a second from him and then kind of run him back down. And on those restarts, they get so chaotic with just how wide you can spread out through the dog leg right there. And
Yeah.
I just tried to get a little bit of an advantage, and I got too much of an advantage, and it got called out pretty quick. There was no arguing it. I just went ahead and served it and came back out. Thankfully, got lucky, caught a caution. Worked my way back up there, and I thought we had something there at the end. Just used a little bit too much tire trying to catch back up to Rob once I got there. Missed a shift on the final restart. Let Justice get by us, and just didn't really have anything left. But I can't complain. It was a great season, a lot of fun, racing everybody. Congratulations to Rob on the championship, Caleb, Nick. I mean, I think the race tonight was great. Everybody was competitive. We all had our issues apart from Rob, but we go to Daytona next week. There's no off season, so starting the next season up next week. Can't wait. Gonna hopefully put this 21 machine back in victory lane at Daytona, start the season off like we did this season, get locked into the playoffs and get focused, and have something for Phoenix when we get to the championship for next year.
I was going to say, I was just getting ready to say I knew Daytona was one of your 4 wins that you had last year, so I'm definitely expecting to see you return to do much of the same. Man, I've been asking everybody about this next season, kind of how it feels. I'm going to change it up with you, though. How do you feel about a live RC every week? I mean, is this a good thing or a bad thing for the league?
I think it's going to be a great thing. A lot of new innovations coming along with it. We had them here tonight with us. It was a lot of help, especially, and of course I was the one that had to do it, calling out penalties when they happen, but that's why we have them for things like that. That way we don't have to have a situation where if I would have won and beat Rob and then we go back and realize that I changed lanes on a restart, that we're having a knockout drag out fight over something. So it's nice to have them. Bringing in the choose cone rule next season because of the live race control, so that's going to shake things up on the restarts. That's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a huge benefactor for the league and everybody involved.
All right, Trevor. I'm excited to see what you got for us. You were one of the faster guys in here. A lot of guys had their eyeballs on you, but there's always next year. We're going to try it again. And man, if there's one thing I hate, somebody tell me. There's always next year. I want it this year. Trevor, give me your shout-outs, man.
Shout out to you and Stella. The broadcast is always fantastic. I always love going back and watching it, even when I do something stupid like this. Can't wait to go back and see Stella call it out for me. But that's part of it, man. It's part of racing. You try to do everything you can to get a win. Shout out to Rob, our champion. I mean, hey, he had the most wins this season. Thought I had something for him there, just used my stuff up. So congratulations to him. I mean, he's a great competitor, great friend. Couldn't think of anybody more deserving of the championship this year than him. Next year, I don't think he's gonna be so lucky. I think we're gonna put in a lot more effort to go out there and whoop him around the racetrack a little bit more than we did this year. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
Mojo on your hat.
Yeah, I knocked my steering wheel. Sorry, the classic Black Rifle hat. Shout out to Black Rifle Coffee, my favorite coffee out there. The Erhardt Group is always for being on the race car. New scheme coming next year, so can't wait for that. Shout out to them for sponsoring a couple more races for us next season as well. My mom and my dad supporting me back at home. I know they're a little bit bummed tonight, but hey, we put on a heck of a show coming back through the field trying to get that championship.
Oh, yeah.
My grandparents back in Houston, I know my grandmother's probably yelling and screaming for me because I made some mistakes. But hey, next season's right around the corner, Grandma. We're going to go out there. We're going to get some wins for you. My sister, my nephew for tuning in every night, all my friends who tune in, everybody in the league, all the new guys that come in. Cannot wait to get to next season. It's going to be really exciting.
All right, Trevor. Fantastic job. And I'm champing at the bit, man. I got to see what you got coming up. Good luck in the duels.
Thank you.
All right, Trevor Erhardt is going to be there for the Daytona duels there, and he's got He's got a huge list in front of him of other people that want to win. Let's go ahead and talk about Caleb Gilbert here tonight. Caleb, this race here tonight.
Not your night, baby.
Not the night you wanted, was it?
No, not at all. It started off from the start. I worked pretty hard on my qualifying laps because track position is pretty much everything. And going into lap 2, I took lap 1 super easy, warm up the tires, and going into lap 2, you can guess what I did. I bended it.
I didn't.
Yeah, so from that point on, you press a little bit, you got some alternative strategy you kind of have to roll with. And I found out, I don't know, middle of the race that I was really good in the long run. Like I could get about like 3 seconds back of Rob, and then kind of inch my way forward in that back half of the runs where my money was going to be. The bad news is that it's Pheonix, and long runs don't happen.
Cautions.
So,
I was just getting ready to say cautions, man. Where was the long run tonight?
Yeah, and that's my thing with Pheonix is unless I get lucky and we get, a strong a race that goes either long or I just get straight up luck, like how I finished second in the championship with Trevor and Nick's mishaps there on the last lap. I'm never gonna be the guy, dominating the race like Rob there. But hats off to Rob. He was incredible. He always is at Pheonix, pretty much every other track. He deserved this one tonight for sure, and he held off Trevor on, way fresher. Trevor had maybe 8 green flag laps. So good on him.
Not dominating the race. And what happened to Kentucky? You came out of nowhere and then left the field.
Hey, everybody's got their good tracks. Everybody's got the ones they love, and anything about a mile and a quarter up, that's where I'm going to be great at. And I just don't have the pedals, I guess you could say, to really be able to be good and solid on the brakes. So I got work with what I got there.
I was going to say change that up in the off season, but you got no off season this year.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, see you guys next season. And by that I mean 2 days. But
yeah.
All right, man. Well, definitely it's been an interesting one. What's your outlook on this next season coming up? I mean, is there one that you can point your finger and say that one, is going to be the one that gets you the win and into the round of 16?
I mean, league racing, it's all for getting better. You get better every time you go out on the track. You learn, you pick stuff up from other guys. So kind of the course of this season, hope to be around the top 5 at every track. Some are harder than others. But I hope to, put myself in position to be there. Any of the kind of cookie cutters, those are kind of my bread and butter. So goes along with the cookies, I guess.
All right, Caleb, man. We'll see what you got coming up. Do we go back to the silver bullet, or are we back in the green car?
Oh, I guess they've talked about it, but with the team switch ups, I don't know what I'm running, and it might be a situation where we go to the silver bullet for a throwback race, and then we just ride it the rest of the year. So I know they're working up a scheme for me because I don't really have a sponsor I want to show off. So more ad time.
I'm liking that one on the hood you got right there.
You got a nice one on the hood.
Yeah, we got a sim tracks on there. We got every plug possible. So you go to commercial break. Where's the 40? There you go.
There he is. All right, Caleb, give me your shout outs here right at the end, man.
Same as always. First and foremost for this one, my teammates. They were incredible all year up until the last lap. We worked together. We did everything we could to help the other guys succeed, and we also did that without wrecking anybody on intentionally, any of those shenanigans. We just worked really well and controlled around everybody else. So shout out to those guys first and foremost. Shout out to our sponsors. It's going to give me my $100 for finishing second that I kind of lucked into. So maybe we'll use that on some new pedals.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I like the way you think. Always upgrading to get better, and not just the driving skills. Sometimes it's also the equipment. Caleb Gilbert, try to get some rest because you're gonna be busy, especially on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Right.
Start of a new season.
Oh yeah. My favorite. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Good luck, Caleb.
Yep. Thank y'all.
All right, that's going to do it there for Caleb Gilbert. That moves me on
to the man.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm out of people. I'm out of people, except the man.
Okay. Yes.
I think I'm out of people. We are on to the man. Another season, another win, another round. Let's go ahead and have a chat with him here and talk about what this race was all about. Yeah, I was going to say it's celebration time. Let's go ahead and get him, because Raider's not going to be happy that we finally tuned into him and his hands over the block. Talk to me here, man.
Change your car.
I was just telling Trevor how much I was glad he got a penalty, but also glad he was able to make it back up. So he didn't get to hear the end of that, but I'm sure we'll get to talk about it 100 more times between now and the day I die. So, hell yeah, we fucking won the champ. Oh, sorry, we won the championship, Patrick. Let's go. Whoops.
Yeah, man. Well, definitely a wild run here.
Bleep that one out, Patrick.
Yeah, I know.
Can't do it.
My share of slip-ups. So, Rob, talk to me here just a little bit about the fuel mileage here. It was, how did you pit last 115 and make it to the end? Because here in the chat, they call you the grip hack, and now they're gonna wonder if you're now taking Grant's fuel calculator into your own hands.
Well, we had about 43, 44 laps of fuel anyway, so even if we went green, we were probably okay. And then we had a whole bunch of cautions. So, yeah, fuel was never a concern. Tires were the main concern.
Wow.
And when Trevor came down to pit, I was pretty concerned about that. I almost came down to pit myself and decided that I just had to hold the lead and make him earn it, basically. And it worked out, I guess, man. I was convinced when he made his way through the pack as fast as he did, and then we had that 12 lap run at the end, that he was going to get me. But I mean, at that point, we had only run 7 or 8 laps under green, so we had a lot of laps there. But I mean, the ones under caution don't hurt the grip of the car any. So I don't know. I thought, talking to Trevor, it sounded like he really burned him up getting through the field, and so we were a lot more even than I expected us to be. And then, shout out to Justice too. He was probably the fastest car all night, I think. And I don't know, man. I was convinced it was lost when he finally got back to us, and we had like 12 laps to go, and somehow it worked out, and I couldn't be happier. But crazy race.
Well, another set of butt kickers on the way. I think Caleb was saying something, $100 for second. Where's that land you?
That lands me trading the butt kicker, I think, with Nick. I don't need another one. I think Caleb's happy with his $100 second place prize, so we'll get that sent out to him. But butt kicker is an awesome product, man. I need to shout them out because I feel like the feeling in the seat that I get from the butt kickers on the rig really helps with me be able to tell when I'm sliding tires. And one of the biggest things I do better than some of the guys out here, and one of the reasons why I have an opportunity to win and win this championship, is because I can conserve tire a little bit better than other guys. And a lot of that comes from having a butt kicker and being able to tell when you're leaning too hard on one of those tires. You can feel it in your butt, like literally. And so I think it is honestly a big advantage, and not very many guys have it. And so shout out to them. I think I'm going to trade that part of the prize with Nick Alves, and send one his way. He's deserving of one anyway. And I did, for all transparency, I offered it to Caleb, and I think he preferred the money. But yeah,
He
great
needs
product.
pedals.
He does need pedals. He needs. We'll get him all situated. He's fast enough as it is, but he gets anything else going for him, he's a massive threat. But yeah, shout out the butt kicker, man, and Nick Alves is going to get that one, I think.
All right. Well, we got a lot of things to cover here, Rob. Before I let you go, new talent coming through the league. What was this the lookout here for the Racing Revolution League? You guys are busting at the seams with drivers here.
We are growing exponentially, and it was almost scary for a minute, Patrick, honestly. A lot of interest for next season, which is really exciting for us. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we stick to our core values, and that's been really important to us as admins. We have 6 admins. We've been together for a long time, and we all have our own strengths and weaknesses, but we sit down, and this whole thing is about putting on something that's fun for everybody. It's about putting on a good show. It's about having fun racing each other. It's about having friends that you get to spend time with every week. And so we wanted to grow the league, but we also wanted to make sure that we are that we're keeping all of our core people here, right? Because when you have great sponsors like we do, like Chapman Environmental Services and Ultimate Siding and Gutters and Butt Kicker, and when you get people like that involved and you have that much money involved, the type of prizes that we do for season long prizes, race prizes, you start to get the attention of the types of people that just look to scope out places where they can make some money, right? And that's not the place that we want to be. You know, we left a different league as a group. You know, we're named Racing Revolution for a reason, because we started a revolution from a league that needed one, and we took all of us and built something great out of it. And it's taken us 2 seasons to get here, and the sky is really the limit. But you know, it's really important to me, and it's super important to the rest of the admins, that we always have a place for our core guys, because those are the people who got us here. And so we've made some changes to make sure that our core people will always be here and always have an opportunity to be here as long as they want to be here. And we also have an opportunity to grow and bring new people in. We found a really good balance with that, I think, moving into next season. I'm really excited about it. But just in general, super proud of this admin team, super proud of the league in general, super proud of all of our guys who race every single week, and really happy to have some of our new guys as well.
Yeah, it should be looking out pretty well. I'm excited to see with the new talent coming through. You know, right now we were seeing Smoot doing really well here tonight. Wayne Lowe was doing fantastic last week. I'm interested to see where these new guys place, because, I mean, look at how Jeremy Burns ended up working out this year. I mean, surprise, surprise, this guy can drive, and here he is. You know, he's tangling around with you guys here in the top 10, you know, almost every single week. And that's kind of what you want out of a league, is a league that grows not just fast, but in quality. And the way you guys race, I'll tell you, the viewers that I have that tune into you guys each and every week, not just to watch you win all the time, Rob, but you know, but just to see. I
have a feeling that's about to be more difficult next season.
Oh,
Patrick.
yeah. But they look for that kind of racing style you guys have. It's not caution after caution after caution. It's you guys bumping a little bit. There's somebody saving one. There's a squeak out win here at the end. There's an upset. There's the Cinderella story. I mean, everything was in this season, and this was one of your longest seasons, and the next season coming up is going to be even longer. So, I mean, how do you top this next season?
Easy. We have more guys. We have more talent coming in. We have, you know, NASCAR has such a diverse schedule now. It didn't used to have that, but just having those road courses, having these short tracks, having these super speedways, there's 6 super speedway races next season. You know, all of those things come together and give so many people opportunities. And when you do that, you can have a lot of parity. And I know I've won a lot of races this season, but I mean, even then, I won less races than Kyle Larson won when he won the championship a year ago, or 2 years ago, right? So, you know, comparatively, we're doing pretty well from a parity standpoint. And I'll tell you what, looking at some of these guys who are coming in for next season, we're about to have a lot more of it. You know, we have had some guys who have decided to go ahead and come in at the end of this season just to go ahead and get their feet wet, and they've been a little cautious. You know, they don't want to mix things up too much. They don't want to wreck a playoff guy or whatever, right? They're being super respectful. Those guys don't care about that a week from now when we get to Daytona. Those guys are ready to go. They don't have to be afraid of doing anything. They have an aim to make. And we have a long list of guys who have they look at the statistics. They look fast. I'm expecting them to be fast, and I think we're going to have even better competition next season than we had this season. I expect more winners than we've ever had. I'm super excited for the future of this league. And just personally, super excited about moving forward with our team next season as well.
All right. Well, no, a bunch of guys. I didn't spoil any of it with the team of where some of these guys were going to be. Some of them have already shouted them out, and I'll give you that option. But still, it's still awesome running here tonight as you take season 1 and season 2 champions, and now you'll be defending for not only 1 but 2 seasons. And this was really you put on a clinic here tonight. Started actually qualified farther back than I thought you were going to be, but it doesn't seem there's a spot on the track where you can't get a win.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the race goes, man, I messed my qualifying up. I had an okay first lap, and then I was absolutely flying on the second lap, and came out of turn 2 and just got a little bit too loose and threw it away. So ended up having to fall back on the first lap time. But I mean, the pace was there in qualifying. Just made a mistake. But as far as next season goes, man, I'm super excited. I know we've had a little bit of a rivalry earlier in the season, but I've signed on with Team Disconnect, esports organization. Zilmi and them have been working with Jeremy Burns for a while now, and they're trying to build out their iRacing division. I'm super excited to sign on with them and hopefully lead that iRacing division into a lot of success. So it's going to be myself, Jeremy Burns, Caleb Gilbert, P2 in the championship this year. Burns could have easily been in that final 4 tonight had things gone differently for him last week. Maybe if we were teammates, it would have gone differently for him last week.
There it is. There it is.
So, there's the benefits that come along with it, right? But super excited to be with Team Disconnect and signed on with them next season, but also really excited to have those guys with me next season. And we're working on finding a 4th, and I think we have a couple of really good candidates. We're keeping an eye out here. Maybe we'll figure something out in the next week.
You better do it quickly.
We'll figure it out just in the nick of time. We got 6 days, Stella. We'll be okay.
6 days.
We'll figure it
A
out.
whole 6 days.
It took Kyle Busch longer than that to find a team to drive for.
It's okay. It finds a way to work itself out. We'll be fine.
All righty. Well, Robert Rader, congratulations on your win tonight and for the entire season. Man, give me the final shout-outs here at the end, and let's get this wrapped up.
Chapman Environmental Services makes everything happen for this league. We have we have sponsors. We have Ultimate Siding and Gutters. We have Butt Kicker, and we couldn't do it without those guys. We couldn't have what we have without those people. And we have so many people who put in money to sponsor races. And thankfully, Patrick, you and Stella do a great job of representing them when they do sponsor races. So it's easy to sell people on that because you guys do such an awesome job.
Oh, yeah.
So appreciate that. Without you guys putting the effort in to spotlight those people, they wouldn't be nearly as willing to put that money up. So thank you. Simtrax Broadcasting, you guys are the best in the freaking business, in my opinion. And anybody would be lucky to have you guys. Hopefully... Yeah, I know you got a couple of nights to fill, Patrick. What nights are those you're looking to fill?
Monday and Friday I'm open. I think I'm booked up everywhere else.
All right, well, Monday and Friday. If you're running on Mondays and Fridays, then hit up Patrick. And if you're not running on Mondays and Fridays, change your freaking night to Mondays or Fridays and get Simtrax on for you guys because they do a great job. But anyway, I digress. My point is that we have such awesome people here, and we have we have the money to pull off what we do because of the people that we have involved, and every one of those people is super important to making this whole thing happen. And the number one thing for me, it's on the car, sponsors the series. Chapman Environmental Services puts a lot into this, and they don't have to, but they do anyway, and it's super appreciated, not just by me, but by everybody. And so if you're looking for, and look, I'm not an expert on environmental services, man. I can't sell you what they do. All I know is they're in the Northeast. They do an awesome job. And if you want more information, chapmanes.com. I'm sure Stella could probably give a whole thing about all the different services they could offer you and do that more justice than I could. But we could not do that without them. They put a lot of money into this to make this happen, and so I really appreciate their support, not just for me but for the league. And I know the league's really appreciative of that too.
Yeah, and I want to appreciate, like I said, I want to give you thanks, Robert. You guys were the first league that I picked up when I decided to start this broadcasting business. You guys took me on, and the caliber of the racing that you guys do is what helped me get launched. That I was not a joke. I've got the right league. You guys race the right way, and it makes my job much easier rather than yellow flag. We don't like eye pacing here. You guys definitely like to race side by side. So congratulations on your win here tonight, Rob. Enjoy it, man. You earned it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Patrick. And you're right. I mean, we started this thing. We were both brand new when we started this thing. We were brand new in running a league. You were brand new in broadcasting, and we took a chance on each other, and it's paid off for both of us. And I couldn't be more proud of you guys. I couldn't be more proud of my guys in the league. And Stella, you do an awesome job too. I hope that you're getting as much public credit as you should get, because what you bring to the broadcast is special. We really appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Say, don't let the cat get your tongue. All right, Rob. Don't forget to let your cats out. See you later, bud.
They're here. He got out in the middle of the race. He almost ruined it.
Oh,
No.
I'm telling you, I was one hand on the wheel, one hand swatting cats. I was hoping you weren't seeing it in the camera.
No. We did look at you at one point and said, "All right, well, the cats are still locked away. He's good." All right, Rob. I'll see you in a week, man.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks.
All right, everybody, that's Robert Roeder, our Season 2 winner. Fantastic job by him here tonight, and he got it done, Stella. Oh, boy, what a wild run. Justice Murphy, I think they were saying he was the fastest on the track. He may have taken away that win, but I don't think anything was getting between Robert Roeder and the win. That was a wild one. Let's go ahead and sign off here for tonight. That was an excellent job here by everybody here. We will join you guys actually next Wednesday. Tune in to Racing Revolution's Facebook. I believe they will be broadcasting the duels. I will be over at Coast to Coast, and you guys will see me on Wednesday to start the brand new Season 3 at Daytona. I am pumped to see what we got going on for that. But all right, I'll see you guys next week. Be well, be safe, be kind. See you guys next time.